Welcome to WMAR Classic Games from the Vault. I'm Sean Stepner. This week's game is the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101, the 101st battle between the Loyola Dons and the second-ranked Calvert Hall Cardinals. The Dons lead the series with 49 wins, 43 losses, and 8 ties. The Cardinals are riding a 6-game Turkey Bowl winning streak. Loyola's Anthony Zayu and Calvert Hall's Josh Ward are gunning for their first Turkey Bowl wins as head coaches. On the game call will be Scott Garceau and Keith Mills in the booth, with Jamie Costello and myself working the sidelines. Enjoy.
The teams had to press pause in 2020. But not this year. For the 101st time, Loyola and Calvert Hall take the field to battle for the right to raise the trophy in the school's ultimate rivalry, the Turkey Bowl. WMAR 2 Sports presents the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101. The Loyola Dons versus the Calvert Hall Cardinals.
And a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here we go. Welcome to the Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101. We are back. The fans are here. Scott Garceau along with Keith Mills. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. A good way to spend the day watching these two go at it.
Absolutely. We are back after the pandemic. Canceled last year's game here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. And this is kind of unprecedented. For the first time ever, these two teams are coming off conference championships. Calvert Hall won the A Conference championships just about 4 or 5 days ago against McDonough. And Loyola played Concordia in the B Conference. So two great teams here today.
All right, let's take a closer look at the Loyola Dons with our Maryvale Preparatory School Impact players, Keith. And we start with the athlete.
The athlete, number 10 for Loyola, Jaden Moore. His brother Jordan, quarterback the Loyola Dons 2 years ago in the 100th game. You see his skill set right there. His head coach, Anthony Zayu, says he's too dynamic a player not to get the football in his hands, which means he'll play a little quarterback today as well. You see his numbers right there. Jaden Moore, just a sophomore, one of the best players in the city of Baltimore. On the defensive side, another impact player, number 8, Anto Saka. He's a Ray Lewis side-to-side linebacker. He's entertained 40 scholarship offers before deciding on Northwestern of the Big Ten, and he'll show you why today he is one of the best players in the country on the defensive side. He is an impact player, and he'll lead Anthony Zayu's defense today.
And Josh Ward's Calvert Hall Cardinals, 9-2, the A-Conference champions, as you mentioned, Keith. When he talks about his offense, Josh says the strength of the offense is on the edges, and that's where we start with our Maryvale Preparatory School Impact players.
Yeah, they call this guy the Rock, Raheem Smith, and you will see a lot of him today, catching passes, returning kicks. He had a big kickoff return against Mount St. Joe a couple of weeks ago in the A-Conference semifinals, which turned that game around, along with running mate Donnie Lewis. They give quarterback Noah Brannick a couple of big options. You see Raheem Smith's numbers right there. He is a monster weapon for Calvert Hall. Defensively, a very solid unit led by number 44, Dylan Aguilera. He grew up in Howard County, plays for Calvert Hall and Towson. And again, he is like Anto Saka, a side-to-side linebacker, along with inside running mate Matt Conway. They give Calvert Hall's defense a real blanket set of linebackers on the inside.
All right, we've seen our impact players. It's time to hear from the coaches now as to their keys to the game. We start with Loyola Dons coach Anthony Zayu. What's he got, Keith?
Yeah, first up for Anthony Zayu is finished drives in the red zone 6 times against Concordia in the B Conference Finals. They got in the red zone, only came away with 1 field goal. Key number 2, contain Noah Brannick. He's Calvert Hall's outstanding junior quarterback. He can throw the long ball, he can throw the deep crossing route and the shallow crossing route, and Anthony Zayu says they have to contain him today.
On the Calvert Hall side, Josh Ward makes his debut as a head coach, but he's played in this game, the class of 04 at Calvert Hall.
Yeah, key number 1 for him, no turnovers today. That's the mantra of any coach, particularly in a rivalry game like this. And key number 2, stop Loyola's high-powered running game, led by Micah Robinson and Jaden Moore and quarterback Marcus Hines. They will test this Calvert Hall defense today, and Josh Ward says they have to be stout against the run.
And we are closing in on Turkey Bowl 101, the kickoff just around the corner. 2 teams who played for conference championships just 5 days ago. The Turkey Bowl, it's coming up next on 2 Sports.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101, brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus.
Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Well, let's go down to the sidelines and meet our friends. They got everything under control down there. Jamie Costello and Sean Stepner. Hello, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. This is the booster shot we needed. Turkey Bowl's back.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everyone at home. You said it, Jamie. I mean, this is Thanksgiving in Baltimore. Calvert Hall, Loyola, Thanksgiving morning. And, hanging out with both these teams over the last couple of weeks, being at these practices, both teams, Calvert Hall and Loyola, they say they're not only playing for the players and the coaches on the sidelines and the fans in the stands. This year, they're playing also for the 2021 seniors. The seniors that didn't get to play in last year's game, they are thinking about them when they take the field today.
And I tell you what, guys, it's more than a football game. This is what they call a reunion game.
Here we go.
Look at this. This is what you play for. And there's a streak of Loyola in 2000 and then a streak of Calvert Hall the last couple of years, and I'm telling you what, they'll play it, shine it up, biff it up. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Don't drop it, Jamie.
All right, back up to you. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys, and thanks for making our Thanksgiving so special.
You trust Jamie's hands on that trophy?
I trust Jamie's hands. Hey, he's got a love.
Sean, hang on to it.
He's handling right now. Absolutely.
Well, it is special, and we do feel for those seniors that didn't get to experience this a year ago. Anthony Zayu telling us that he went to the administration at Loyola and said, hey, we always play football on Thanksgiving. Can we have a flag football game? So Loyola got together. They got Happy Meals from McDonald's, I guess, and they played flag football. But it is good to have the game back.
That was the twist of the story, that he fed him McDonald's before the turkey at home. Here we go.
Andrew Petrino to kick it off for Calvert Hall. Micah Robinson and Zeke Jackson deep for Loyola. Petrino's ready, and Turkey Bowl 101 is underway. The kick down to Michael Robinson across the 10, up to the 20, gap up the middle, still up. Across the 40 and finally stacked up around the 42-yard line. Nigel Henderson on the stop, a 37-yard return. Good way for the Dons to get it started.
Yeah, Scott, we'll see number 4 quite a bit. He is an explosive player and certainly one of Anthony Zayu's most talented playmakers on offense.
So the Dons huddle up near their bench. Here they come. Marcus Hines and Jaden Moore will split time at quarterback. There's Marcus Hines. He will probably get more snaps than Moore, but Moore will play everywhere. He'll find a way to get the ball in his hands. Jaden Moore in the backfield, a handoff. Robinson pops to the outside. He's got room down the far sideline, inside the 40, and finally stopped around the 36-yard line. So Micah Robinson, who had the kickoff return with a big run, finally tackled by Nigel Henderson.
Yes, Scotty, Calvert Hall shuts up the inside, so he kicks it out. Watch the block by number 5, Marcus Hines, on the outside right there, enabling him to get another 6 or 7 yards. Big play from a kid who's already made 2 of them already today, Scotty.
22 yards on that gain. Robinson on the year ran for 717 yards. Wildcat formation now with Robinson in the shotgun set. Robinson will keep it, looks up the middle, and finds not a whole lot of room, stacked up just short of the 35-yard line. Emily Dore on the stop for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of what Anthony Zayu says, window dressing. A lot of different formations came out in the Wildcat that time. They'll run the RPO, the run-pass option, and they can do a lot of things out of a lot of multiple sets.
Back in the Wildcat set with Robinson as the quarterback. 3 wide receivers to the right side. In motion, the flip pass ahead to Jaden Moore, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Let's take a look at our Wise Markets starting lineups.
Sheridan Hall, Matthew Mraz, Loyola Blakefield, Logan Holland, North Hartford Middle School, Christian Arthur, Sheridan Hall, Trevor Szymanski, Ridgely,
Nate Jackson, Sheridan Hall,
Jaden Moore, Loyola Blakefield Middle School,
Noah Bull, Loyola Blakefield Middle School,
Leo Twist, Sheridan Hall,
Micah Robinson, Edgewood Middle School,
Marcus Hines, Loyola Blakefield Middle School.
Jaden Moore in the shotgun set, and now we've got a whistle And a timeout. Calvert Hall. Cardinals call a timeout.
Yeah, I think maybe
adjusting to that Wildcat, maybe, Keith.
Absolutely. Adam Southwick is the defensive coordinator for Calvert Hall. His dad, Vern, legendary coach in the Baltimore area. But yeah, Anthony Zayu told us the other day that they're going to give them a lot of different looks. Obviously, they spread it out that time, and Josh Ward and the coaching staff at Calvert Hall wanted to take a look at it, I think, to be honest with you.
Couple of big plays from Micah Robinson on this opening drive, a kickoff return and a 22-yard run. Keith, I saw a note the other day that Loyola hasn't had a lead in the Turkey Bowl since 2014, and if they can get something out of this, it'd be a great way to start for the Dons.
Yeah, we're seeing an example of their outstanding playmakers. Micah Robinson, you've got Hines, the quarterback, Jaden Moore, you just saw in that jet sweep that the Ravens run with Devin Duvernay quite a bit.
Jaden Moore in the gun, 3rd down and 3. That's a first down near the 25-yard line. The Dons keep the drive rolling. Matt Conroy on the stop, but it's another first down at the 26-yard line of Calvert Hall.
And now they'll go no huddle, actually quick huddle, but Jaden Moore, again, we told you he was going to play a little bit of quarterback. Anthony Zayu says that he wants him to touch the ball 25 times a game. He's not real big, but he is explosive, as you see Aguilera going in number 44 to make the tackle.
Dons have used Jaden Moore generally 10 to 15 snaps a game at quarterback, but like Keith said, he will have the ball in his hands a lot. Moore under center this time, hands off to Robinson, left side, big hit there as he gets down near the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Matt Conroy stepped in the hole. He's the other inside linebacker, and Micah Robinson lowered his shoulder as we get to the Wise Market starting lineups. Again, simple off-tackle power play that time. Conroy stepped in the hole, and again, Micah just lowered his shoulder down, delivered the blow. Good drive so far from Loyola.
Moore in the shotgun. Hands it off on the left side, nothing there. Micah Robinson stacked up Matt Conroy, one of the leading tacklers for the Cardinals, the senior on the stop for Calvert Hall. 3rd down.
Yeah, big 3rd down play here. You want to keep the drive alive, obviously. You want to keep Calvert Hall's offense off the field. Real good stout defense that time by Calvert Hall. We'll see what offensive coordinator Anthony Zayu, who's also the head coach, see what he comes up with here.
And he's the play caller. 3rd and 5. Marcus Hines, the quarterback, 7th play of the drive. Hines throws, complete, first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9. Jaden Moore on the catch. Hines completes his first pass, and the Dons keep the drive alive. They mark it right on the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal. They'll need 10 to get to the end zone.
Yeah, real simple route. Jaden Moore just runs about 8 yards and stops, and Hunter Bowen, number 6, kind of fell down, slipped a little bit, recovered to make the tackle, but not before. The drive stays alive, and the Dons are inside the 10-yard line now for Calvert Hall.
In the Mercy High School red zone, Wildcat formation. Robinson will take the shotgun snap, keeps it inside the 10, down just short of the 5-yard line, picked up about 4.5 on the play. Micah Robinson getting a lot of work here with the kickoff return, a 22-yard run. Darius Smith on the stop for the Cardinals.
Yeah, good penetration initially. Aguilera can't make the tackle as Micah shakes him off and, again, turns a possible loss into a 4 to 5 yard gain. And again, they're keeping the down and distance, Scotty, manageable here as they close in on scoring their first touchdown of the game.
Robinson, 5 carries, 32 yards, plus had the kickoff return. Handed off on the reverse, wide open in the end zone. It's a touchdown. Marcus Hines on the catch. Jaden Moore. And Loyola, for the first time since 2014, has a lead in the Turkey Bowl. What a drive, Keith.
Remember the Philly special in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago? How about that, right? A little razzle-dazzle, great execution, Hines. The snap
And then he just snuck out, Keith. You see, he just kind of walked over to the right side.
Yeah, Jaden Moore, who can throw the football. You know, he plays quarterback. His brother was the quarterback here 2 years ago. A perfect end to a perfect drive for Loyola.
Connor Becks hasn't missed an extra point this year. This one hits the upright. He's missed one now. Hit the left upright. He was 30 for 30. Can't get that one through. But Loyola takes a 6-0 lead on a very impressive opening drive. Turkey Bowl 101. There's the touchdown. Jaden Moore to Marcus Hines, kind of quarterback to quarterback.
Impressive right there, no doubt about it.
Here's the Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive, and it was an impressive one. 9 plays. The Dons go 59 yards, 5 minutes and 7 seconds. 6-yard pass to Hines from Jaden Moore.
Yeah, Loyola used 3 different quarterbacks in that drive, Scotty. Obviously, the starting quarterback, Marcus Hines. You also had Jaden Moore, and then you had Micah Robinson make the direct snap that time. Pitch it to Jaden Moore for the touchdown.
Well, I think we expected to see Hines and Moore. The Micah Robinson thing, a little bit of a twist, right? Going with that wildcat.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Connor Becks to kick it off. Good kick. Cardinals back up from the 2. It's Donnie Lewis, comes right up the middle, and he's tackled near the 25-yard line.
Tackled by Nathaniel Jackson.
Nathaniel Jackson on the stop for the Dons. Now we get our first look at the Calvert Hall offense. The Cardinals 9-2 on the season. Quarterback Noah Brannick, a big part of it. Let's take a look at our quarterback stats here from Noah Brannick from Notre Dame Prep. See the passing numbers, over 1,600 yards, 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and he can run with the ball. 48 carries for 174 yards and a touchdown. Dwan Dorsey, the running back. Brannick in the gun, 2 wide receivers to his left, looking to throw on first down, heavy pressure, and down he goes, sacked back near the 10-yard line. The Dons' Aiden Parson, along with Anto Saka, in for the sack, and what a start for the Loyola defense as they lost 16 yards.
Yeah, bootleg rollout, and immediately Parsons and Saka are really in Brannick's face right there. He had no chance to escape. We talked about Anto Saka in the pregame. He's as good a linebacker as there is in the state of Maryland, and he proved it right there.
What do you got for 2nd and 26 on your play chart, right? Well, they flip it up on the ground to the left side, trying to get out to the outside, but not getting there is Dwan Dorsey. Good job by the Loyola defense. Nicholas Dubois on the stop for the Dons.
Yeah, Dan Harper, the starting running back for Calvert Hall, got hurt in the McDonough A-Conference Championship game, but Dwan Dorsey, a very capable backup.
Let's take a look at our Wise Market starting lineups.
Ronald Anderson, Cardinal Sheehan.
Michael Nawasu, Perry Hall Middle School.
Jake Tripp, the St. John's Evangelical School. Brad Huber, St. Margaret Middle School. Joe Campbell, St. Ursula School. Raheem Smith, KP Gaming Village Academy.
DJ Ringo Jr., Rockville Middle School.
Donovan Lewis, East Middle School.
Oliver Ray, Franklin Middle School.
DeJuan Dorsey, Southwest Academy.
Noah Brannick, St. Margaret's Middle School.
Brannick throws deep to Donnie Lewis, who was triple covered, well covered. Pass overthrown, incomplete, 4th down, and the punt team comes on for the Cardinals.
And Scotty, if you're a Loyola fan, you are thinking this is the perfect start. A 5-minute drive that ends in a touchdown and a 3-and-out featuring a sack from Parsons and Saka. Boy.
Yeah, not only a 3-and-out, but you backed them up 12 yards, right, with a 16-yard sack.
Now you get good field position, barring any kind of mishap on the punt here.
Petrino standing right near the goal line to punt it. And it's blocked. Loose in the end zone, and Loyola has recovered. Touchdown Dons. Wow. Nathaniel Jackson jumped on it for the score, and the Dons now go up 12-0.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd.
Adam Goose, I believe it was, As you take a look at Anthony Zayu, he couldn't be happier.
Yeah, watch you see Adam Goose, number 45, also in there, Liam Powell, but Goose blocks it, and Jackson falls on it. Great penetration by the interior of the defensive line. Man, he almost took it off his foot, Scotty, and a legion of Loyola Dons converge, and Jackson comes up with it, and just like that, the Loyola Dons have taken control of this football game.
Obviously underdogs in this game. They've lost 6 straight in the series and 9 of the last 10, but they have delivered a blow and have staggered Calvert Hall in the early going, but there's still a whole bunch of football to be played.
No question about it. You see Parsons right there hugging his coach, Anthony Zayu. This is Anthony Zayu's 7th year if you count his time as an assistant. And he has put his stamp on this program in a variety of ways, Scotty, as has Josh Ward in a short period of time. But a lot of it has to do with being a great role model on and off the field for these young men at Loyola. But what a start for Loyola.
Anthony Zayu spent a couple of years as the offensive line coach when Brant Hall was the coach, and played at LSU. They were national champs. He was part of that team in 2007 under Les Miles. Played defensive line, and Loyola had to burn a timeout there. Their holder wasn't on the field, so they got that straightened out with a timeout.
I think there might have been an excess of celebration around the bench, and he said, I got to go out there and snap the ball here.
So here's Connor Becks to attempt the conversion, hit his first 30, but hit the upright and missed his first one in this game. This one's up and good. So Loyola doing it in all 3 phases. A long drive from the offense, a 3-and-out from the defense, and a touchdown from the special teams. Loyola on top 13-0 in the 101st Turkey Bowl. Well, they couldn't have asked for a better start. The Loyola Dons on top 13-0. The long drive for the touchdown, Keith. The 3-and-out with the -16 on the sack, and then you get a special teams touchdown.
And one thing Anthony Zayu told us this week, Scott, is special teams has been the bread and butter of this team all year, and again, they prove it there.
Well, and they had a real bad game, and he said it was so unlike us. They had 2 kicks blocked. They had a bad snap on a punt last week in the B-Conference Championship game. But he said, our special teams have been solid all year. It was unlike us, and now they've bounced back with some big plays, a kickoff return, and a block punt. Smith and Lewis deep for the Cardinals. Next kick comes down near the 10-yard line. That's Donnie Lewis. Comes to the near side, looking for room, cuts up the middle, and he's stacked up just short of the 30-yard line. Adam Goose on the stop for Loyola. So now the test, Keith. We know Calvert Hall is a good football team. They won the A-Conference Championship. They've been punched in the nose, right?
They were down 14-0 to Mount St. Joe a couple of weeks ago in the semifinals, and they responded in a big way. And I remember Josh Ward going over to the bench. I was at the game. He said, hey, fellas, just relax. Got a long way to go.
4 wide receivers set. Noah Brannick trying to settle this game down for the Cardinals, and not much going on there as Dorsey stacked up at the 30-yard line, got about a yard on the play. Let's take a look at our Wise Market starting lineups.
Gain of 1, second down.
AJ Szymanski, Sheridan Hall. Jason Hill, Deep Creek Middle School.
Into Soccer, IHN.
Nick Dubois, D. St. Margaret's Middle School. Andrew Duval, Sheridan Hall. Liam Powell, Homeschool. Giannis Klegas, Sheridan Hall. Luke Cheesebro, St. John Westminster. Maurice Barksdale, B. Roland Park Elementary Middle School. Shane Elliott, St. James Academy. Ezra Carter, Franklin Middle School.
No room for Dorsey. He's stacked up for a loss. Liam Powell in there, the sophomore linebacker. Powell with 86 tackles to lead the Dons defense.
Yeah, Liam Powell's a good one. He is a member of the Under Armour Underclass All-America team, number 45. He can cover some ground. He can fight off blocks, and he's just stout at the point of attack. Along with Billy Dewan, number 50, he usually just plays offense, but is getting us some two-way time right now on the Dons defense as well. Another big third down, Scotty.
3rd and 10. Brannick in the gun, Dorsey to his left in the backfield. Sets up, looks, throws down the middle, got his man, it's complete. Rock Smith headed for the end zone, 10-5, touchdown. Calvert Hall answers with a big play. Brannick to Smith, 71 yards, and the fans in Reds are excited.
I'll tell you what, put your seatbelts on at home, folks, because this is going to be a shootout. Noah Brannick, we told you his prowess with the deep ball. We also told you about Rock Smith, and number 3 takes it all the way for the touchdown, gets a step on the defender, and Brannick hit him right in the hands. Big time play there.
That's how you answer.
Wow.
Here's Andrew Petrino for the point after. Kick is up and good. Got a flag down. Let's see where we're going with the penalty. Flag near the line of scrimmage.
Referee Patrick Nagel
may have run into the kicker here.
We talk about the players, Scotty, and the coach. It's an honor for the officials to do these games as well. I mean, this is a big moment in everyone's life here on a Thanksgiving Day in Baltimore.
Maurice G., I believe it was, ran into the kicker. That was the penalty. But the kick was good. Loyola on top of Calvert Hall. It's 13-7 with 3:37 in the first quarter. The big play right here. Brannick to Smith, and away he goes. There you see the scoring drive. 3 plays, 71 yards. It just took 1 minute and 38 seconds. Towson Orthopedic Associates present that scoring drive. And Raheem Smith, who Keith averaged 19.8 yards a catch. I think he's up over 20 yards a catch with that play.
Yeah, he is. He's an outstanding athlete. He plays baseball for Lou Eckrell's always powerful baseball program. Carries a 3.5 GPA. He is a true scholar athlete, man, and he can play some football. No doubt about it.
So everything going Loyola's way in the early going, and then the big play. Dons have the football. This is Jackson right up the middle, and down he goes near the 24-yard line. Let's take a look at our Wise Market starting lineups.
Corey Brown, Franklin Middle School. Emily Dore, Middle River Middle School.
Josh Thomas, Catapsco Middle School. Patrick O'Keefe, Falston Middle School.
Matthew Conroy, Bella Middle School.
Dylan Aguilera, Oak Ridge Landing Middle School.
Tim Downs, Suburb Magnet Middle School.
Nigel Henderson, Annapolis Area Christian Middle School. KP Price, Catapsco Middle School.
Ricardo Cooper Jr., Perry Hall Middle School.
Antoine Morant, Windsor Mill Middle School.
Jaden Moore's the quarterback. Dons with the lead and the football. This is Robinson, tries to cut back to the middle. Not much room there. Stacked up at the 27-yard line. Patrick O'Keefe on the stop for the Cardinals.
A little RPO action right there. Scott Jaden Moore kind of looked at. You could see him looking to see if there was a hole for him. Instead, he decided to hand it off. Good stout defense there by O'Keefe and the aggressive Calvert Hall defense.
Told you Anthony Zayu is the play caller. First year he's taken over play calling duties for the Dons, and he said he will script about the first 12 plays of the game. Now it's the Wildcat set with Micah Robinson awaiting the snap. Gets it, and we've got a flag down.
I think
a false start.
I think Jaden Moore may have turned upfield a hair early on that. And we'll see Patrick Nagel here make the call.
I got a false start. Legal procedure. Offense. Still second down.
Yeah, Jaden Moore, I think, jumped the gun just a hair. He was in motion to us, Scotty, and just kind of turned up just a hair early.
Marcus Hines, the quarterback. Second down and 13. Hines in the pocket, fires, caught. Across the 30, 35, 40, midfield. Still moving is Noah Bull, and finally dragged down. What a run after the catch from Noah Bull. KP Price finally brought him down. Noah Bull, who's got Navy perhaps in his future, Keith.
Yes,
the
indeed.
Senior captain makes a big play there.
He wants to be an engineering student, and he's interested in Navy, and here's why. He breaks 2 tackles, 3, and then pounds his way down, getting slammed to the turf right there. But this was a simple just come back route, and he turns it upfield and turns it into a huge game for Loyola.
Hines under center, first down and 10. Robinson, left side, pops out of the tackle, keeps his balance. What a run! Breaks free! He's gonna go! Touchdown, Micah Robinson! What an effort! What balance!
Whatever. You name it. He did it here. 2 spectacular plays, first by Bull and now by Robinson. You see it, they haven't boxed in, right? No.
Patrick O'Keefe had his hands on him, thought he was down, he kept his balance, broke it back, and Micah Robinson in for the touchdown, his 8th touchdown of the year, a 34-yard run, and they don't come much better than that one.
I mean, there's 4 guys around him, and he just finds a way to break free. Unbelievable.
Connor Beck's on for the point after. Kick is up, and it's good. Well, the scoreboard working overtime in this first quarter.
Yes, indeed.
Loyola answers the answer from Calvert Hall, and it's now 20-7 Dons. The fans in blue enjoying their Thanksgiving morning here at Johnny Unitas Stadium.
Give credit to Loyola right there for answering the answer, as you said, Scott. And what we're seeing right now is what the local football fans have been watching all year, not just from Calvert Hall and Loyola, but Archbishop Spalding and St. Joe and Franklin High School and Broadneck, Chesapeake down in Anne Arundel County. Just explosive playmakers up and down high school rosters. Micah Robinson, Moore, Bull for Loyola. You saw Raheem Smith a few minutes ago. There's a young kid from Chesapeake High School down in Anne Arundel County. Victor Listoris is being recruited by the Naval Academy. Bob Ehrlich's son Josh, big quarterback at Broadneck High School. John Griffith at St. Francis, grew up in the Pasadena area. Just players all over the city, and you're seeing them today right in front of your eyes on a Thanksgiving morning in Baltimore.
So Bex will kick it off. Smith and Lewis deep for Calvert Hall. 20-7 Loyola trying to end a losing streak in the Turkey Bowl. This is Lewis up across the 20. 25-30 still up, and tackle finally at about the 33-yard line. So Calvert Hall will take over. 1:31 left in a wild first quarter. Nothing but big plays. Our Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. Right down the field, they went 3 plays, 75 yards in just a minute and 38 seconds. 34 yards on the touchdown run for Micah Robinson.
One of Josh Ward's keys was stopping the run game from Loyola. We'll see now if one of Calvert Hall's keys, or one of Loyola's keys, is stopping Noah Brannick in the offense at Calvert Hall.
Straight ahead come the Cardinals on the ground. That's Dorsey. Good room there as he gets just across the 40-yard line, a couple of yards short of a first down.
Yeah, good work there from the Calvert Hall offensive line. Quick trap. Dorsey kind of jumps up. You see, big block there from left guard.
Gain of 8 yards, second down.
Matt Macca, and they just powered their way for a first down. Or second and 2, I should say.
Will Robertson in the backfield. He's kind of an H-back tight end type. This is Dorsey. He's got a first down across the 45 near the 46. Will Robertson with a nice block.
Yeah, that's the strength of this Calvert Hall offense. In addition to their speed, they have a very stout, strong, quick, mobile offensive line. As this game settles in, expect Josh Ward to try to work on the run game a little bit here, maybe to try to wear down this Loyola defense as the game goes on.
Michael Nwasu, an all MIAA pick. He's the left guard on that offense. First down, the handoff, Dorsey, straight ahead, good room. He's into Loyola territory, just short of a first down. Picked up 9 on the play. Nicholas Dubois on the stop for Loyola.
Yeah, Dubois, a solid defender, but again, great work from the Calvert Hall offensive line. follows.
I was just going to say, it looks like they might let the clock run out here. Final play of the quarter as we wind down the final seconds.
Yeah, Dorsey followed tight end Will Robertson through the hole and picked up another good gain of 9.
And that is the end of the first quarter. So it's been a wild first quarter, a ton of big plays, most of them made by Loyola. And the Dons, who haven't had a lead in the Turkey Bowl since 2014, lead this one 20-7 after 1. Our prime lending stats, take a look at the numbers, Keith. 134 yards for Loyola and a block punt touchdown to go with it.
Yeah, you run the ball 134 yards against this Calvert Hall team in the first quarter. Boy, that is a key stat, no question about it.
Dorsey and Robinson in the backfield. Hand off to Dorsey, and he's dumped immediately. Liam Powell, we'll be calling that name a lot. That's the way he plays football, Keith.
Yeah, we've already done it. Already called his older brother Kyle also on the team. Watch him just shoot the gap quick. And Dorsey can't even get any momentum at all. And number 45 comes up with a big play. Comes out of nowhere. Actually came from his right end spot. And you saw his athleticism right there.
Got a Loyola player injured on the play.
Try to figure out who that is.
You know, Keith, the Turkey Bowl has produced some prominent alumni of this game. And this past August, one of them became a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In August, George Young was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Giants were a joke when Young became their GM in 1979. He hired Bill Parcells, drafted Phil Simms and Lawrence Taylor, and they became a power, winning 2 Super Bowl titles. Young played at Calvert Hall, got his first coaching job there, built a prep dynasty at City, and got his first NFL job with the Baltimore Colts. The 5-time NFL Executive of the Year never forgot his Baltimore roots. In the middle of a hectic NFL season, it wasn't unusual to see George Young back home attending the Turkey Bowl. And they celebrate George Young at Calvert Hall in 2004. George Young Hall was dedicated on the campus. It's a 4-story classroom building that features the George Young Library, an art center, TV studio, and tech lab. George Young made a big impact with the New York Giants to earn a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but certainly made a big impact at Calvert Hall.
Yeah, also coached at City College back in the day.
Oh, yeah, he had dynasties at City, didn't he?
Talk about his coaching tree.
and you know what? When you talk to George, the thing he was most proud of is being a teacher and making a difference in kids' lives. And it was not unusual at all to see him back here in the middle of an NFL season and be at the Turkey Bowl.
And you talk about, it was Trevor Szymanski was the big sophomore offensive and defensive lineman that went out. Looked like he's okay. Hopefully he'll be back.
Brannick hands it off. Straight ahead comes Dorsey. That's a first down. Keeps the drive alive early second quarter. Loyola has kind of stunned, they've stunned Calvert Hall with this lead. Remember, Calvert Hall, the 8 conference champions. Loyola got beat in the B Conference championship game, but Calvert Hall a big favorite in this game.
Yeah, you see Josh Ward, the second-year coach, former Calvert Hall player himself, played with a couple of really good players, Andrew Robinson and Mike Newton, back in the early 2000s.
4 wide receivers for Noah Brannick. Looking to throw, has some time, fires, that's complete at the 30-yard line, finding some running room down inside the 25 to the 24. Rakeem Smith, who had the long touchdown earlier in the game. Smith had the 71-yard touchdown this time. The pickup is 16 yards.
And you see it threw it in traffic. I mean, there was 3 defenders right there, and Noah Brannick just stepped into the throw. It's coming right at you here. A bullet to Smith, who turns it upfield and makes another big play for Calvert Hall. Man, there are big plays pretty much every other play in this game, Scott.
Here's Dorsey off a left guard, couple of yards, down around the 23-yard line. Billy Dwan on the stop. Keith mentioned him. Billy Dwan starting on the offensive line.
Tackle by
Also
Billy
playing
Dwan.
defense. He's a senior captain, and a little lacrosse in his veins, right?
Oh,
Headed
yes,
to Syracuse
indeed.
to play lax.
Yeah, his dad, Bill Sr., was Dave Petramala's longtime assistant at Johns Hopkins for years. His uncle Matt coaches over at Loyola College with Charlie Toomey, and just a great family, and have done a lot of really cool things in the Baltimore area.
4 wide receivers set. Dorsey 9 carries, 33 yards. In motion comes Ringgold. Back to throw. Here comes pressure, and down goes Brannick. The Dons with the sack. Anto Saka coming off the edge, got there in a hurry.
Yeah, again, we've been talking about Saka all morning, and again, good pressure from both sides of Brannick, and really kind of shielded his field of vision right there. Gives Saka enough time, along with number 55, David Welsh and company, to make the play. Number 88 on that play, A.J. Szymanski in there as well.
3rd down and 12 here. Second sack of the game for Saka. Rolling to his right, Brannick looking. Now he's going to run at the 25, and he's stacked up right there short of the first down. Liam Powell, another tackle for him, and it's 4th down. Be about 4th and 10.
Be interesting call here now from Josh Ward, maybe out of field goal range, and if you punt, you're only going to gain, if it goes in the end zone, 10 yards. He's probably going to go for it here at the 25-yard line. So,
yeah, Josh Ward told us maybe 40 yards in for field goal attempts. As far as Andrew Petrino, this would be more like 43 yards.
Yeah, so we'll see what they have. We'll see how Loyola defends it here. They've been stout so far throughout this game.
Big play here, 4th down and 10. Brannick in the gun. Now looks to the sideline, and we've got time called. Timeout, Calvert Hall.
Yeah.
Calvert Hall, timeout. Second timeout of the half.
There you see part of the good crowd here on this Thanksgiving morning. The Loyola side, they've had a lot to cheer about. Let's go down to the sidelines.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, hey, between quarters, between the first and second quarter, made my way over to the Loyola sideline. As you can imagine, I mean, they're confident. Everything going their way so far, mostly during this game, up 20-7. We'll see what happens here. But look, they were confident. They're saying, let's go, let's keep it up. Surely a surprise to many watching this lead for the Loyola Dons so far, guys.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you come in and you hope for a competitive game from our standpoint.
Oh, yeah.
The Loyola and Calvert Hall fans, they've got their own rooting interest. We hope for a competitive game. And Loyola with that opening drive, he said, oh, you know, this looks pretty good. But then they make a special teams play. Calvert Hall makes the big play. They hit the 71-yard pass, and then they come right back with the Micah Robinson run.
Yeah, they've answered every call. We'll see what Josh Ward. Josh, of course, again, as I mentioned, graduate of Calvert Hall 2004. Spent some time at St. Francis and Concordia Prep before coming over here to his alma mater.
4th and 10. Brannick sets up, now pressured, running to the near side. Ball's loose, flag is down. Loyola has the ball. They'd have it either way. It was 4th down, but we've got a penalty marker down.
Again, Anto Saka in the middle of it again, Scott.
That's 3 sacks for him.
Bot's going to be here.
No, but we're declining.
I know.
We got holding. Offense. Counter decline. Loyola first down on the turnover.
So Nathaniel Jackson recovered the fumble. Really wouldn't have mattered. That's his second fumble recovery. He picked up the block punt for the touchdown. So Loyola takes over on downs.
Was forced by Anto Saka.
You're seeing it again here, Scott. Noah Brannick just flushed out of the pocket by Saka.
Jackson.
You see the speed from Saka. Jackson picks it up, and instead of, you gain about 20 yards in the exchange right there, Scotty. 3rd sack of the day for Loyola, and they are playing inspired, tough, hard-nosed football and showing their athleticism.
Catholic High School of Baltimore fan cam. Nice morning. What were we at? Game time temperature 41 degrees. Expected to warm into the 50s today. We've had a lot worse. Jaden Moore at quarterback. Hands it off. Robinson, no move this time. Calvert Hall defense, good penetration. Josh Thomas and a whole host of Cardinals in on that play.
Yeah, you see number 65, Michael Nwasu, also plays offensive, left guard, is now playing defense. This is a big possession defensively for Calvert Hall right now as the first half winds down.
Michael Robinson, 8 carries for 68 yards and had that brilliant 34-yard touchdown run. No gain, second down and 10. 3 wide receivers come to the near side. Marcus Hines at quarterback. The junior looking to throw, flips it to the near side. It's caught. 45-50 and into Calvert Hall territories. Jaden Moore looks like he may have the first down.
Yeah, well designed.
First down.
Yeah, Scotty, well designed play here. They send a couple of receivers deep, clear out the flat for Moore. Perfect pass from Hines, and look at Jaden run over Tim Downs, number 1, and Downs is a really good player, and he just lowers his shoulder right here and goes, bam! Ooh, boy, that's hard-nosed football right there from a speed, finesse kind of player.
7.5 minutes to play, first half. Loyola on top of Calvert Hall, 20-7. Calvert Hall's won 9 of the last 10 Turkey Bowl, 6 straight. On the ground, Robinson, and nothing going there. Patrick O'Keefe met him right at the line of scrimmage and then drove him back.
Yeah, Patrick O'Keefe grew up in Falston, Scotty, not far from you, and was stout on that play. He's 6'3", 210 pounds, and a member of the speech and debate team as well, so he can talk to you about what he's doing while he's tackling you, right?
Tell you about it. You see Trevor Szymanski, who was injured earlier, with a sling over on the on the Loyola side. Second and 10. Hines in the gun. Robinson off to his left. Looking to throw. Has time. Loops it down the middle, and it is incomplete. Nice job, KP Price. Cut across the safety to break it up.
Yeah, I thought Marcus may have put too much air on that one, Scotty. We'll take a look at it again. Good protection. The pocket is there, coming right at us. And just a little too much time. Jaden Moore had to wait for the football. Maybe instead of throwing it so he can run.
I think he had Bowen beat because Bowen had his back turned, couldn't find the ball, but then Price came over to save the day.
Yeah, a little underthrown, but again, good protection from the Calvert Hall, or from the Loyola offensive line against the Calvert Hall defensive pressure.
3rd and 10. Loyola's converted both third downs in this game. We got a whistle, stops play, and a timeout, Loyola.
Timeout, Loyola.
Dons didn't like something, maybe.
Yeah, Anthony Zayu probably didn't like what he saw defensively, and maybe the shot clock may have been winding down. And an interesting scenario, and we had a chance to talk to the 2 coaches this week, Anthony Zayu and Josh Ward, good friends off the field as well. In fact, their wives
that's a neat story.
Are not only friends, but Anthony's wife, Leah, professor at Loyola, taught Josh's wife in a college class a couple of years ago, Megan, who's a teacher in Hartford County. So,
well, they both talked about their husbands at a game, and they really didn't know. And then they where does he? And they pieced it together they were the 2 coaches from Loyola and Calvert Hall.
and it's great that you can have that kind of camaraderie at this level. You know, sometimes we get carried away in wins and this and that. It's all about the young men and women you're coaching in high school sports and really setting a good example.
Hines in the gun. Little flip pass ahead to Robinson, and he's forced out of bounds around the 44-yard line. Nice play by Dylan Aguilera. Calvert Hall, all MIAA pick. Made the stop, and now it's 4th and about 5.
Yeah, interesting decision here, Scott. You know, it's certainly a makeable down and distance, but there's 6 minutes left to go in the half. They're going to go for it. You punt them here. You're picking up maybe 30 yards in field position, forcing Calvert Hall to drive the length of the field. But you know what? You have to like his aggressiveness here if you're a Loyola fan.
Bull to the near side, 3 wide receivers to the left. Robinson in the backfield with Hines. 4th down, looking to throw. He's going deep, and it is incomplete. Jaden Moore, the intended receiver. Good coverage. Ricardo Cooper was down there. And the Dons turn it over on downs, and we've got a Loyola player hurt back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we'll check the injury out, but if you're Loyola, you're hoping he intercepts that right there and he gets tackled at the 5-yard line.
Be a good punt.
Yeah, but Cooper made a good play, and again, they're trying to isolate Jaden Moore as often as they can to try to get him the football. And again, real good coverage from the Loyola from the Calvert Hall secondary right there as we check out the injured player.
Well, Keith, we in Baltimore lost a treasure this month with the passing of our friend Tom Matte. Tom was one of the Baltimore Colt greats and made friends in our town for over 60 years. He loved being a part of this Thanksgiving tradition, and we're part of the broadcast, and we are thankful for all the Turkey Bowl broadcasts and good times we shared with him. Rest in peace, partner.
And I may give you the ultimate compliment because you and Bill Curry did two of the great eulogies I've ever heard at Tom's funeral last Friday, and it was not just moving, but it really told the true story of Tom, of your good friend, number 41.
And the NFL great loved the Turkey Bowl. Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Cardinals on the ground, some running room for Brower. His first carry of the game is a good one. It's a first down to the Loyola 41-yard line.
Yeah, let's take another look. Michael Brower, a wrestler as well, and shows how much of a bull he's got in him, just running through some tackles. Number 14, Ezra Carter, trying to hang on for Loyola, but not before he gets a first down.
Cardinals first down at 10. They trail 20-7, just over 6 minutes to play first half. Not this time. Saka blasts into the backfield to take down Brower for a loss.
Yeah, guess who, Scott? Not only is he a great athlete, but his anticipation, his awareness as to what gap to shoot. Maybe where's the weak part of the Calvert Hall offensive line in terms of formation, and that time he just was unstoppable.
Came in with 6.5 sacks, has 3 in this game, and he missed 3 to 4 games with a sprained MCL. Nothing going on this time. Brower stacked up. Billy Dwan, Liam Powell on the stop.
Yeah, Billy Dwan getting a lot of play on defense today. This is his last high school game. He's going to make the most of it, and we've seen Liam Powell already today. Another athletic outside linebacker for Loyola.
3rd and 10 for the Cardinals.
Interesting call here from offensive coordinator Mike Ward, who is Josh Ward's brother. Longtime coach in the Florida and California areas before coming back to join his brother here, and a Loyola high school graduate.
Yes. 3 wide receivers left side. Brannick looking to the left now, has some room to run. There it goes. 35-30, first down, 25, 20 still up, 15. And finally stacked up just short of the 10-yard line. Shane Elliott made the stop, but not before. A big gain from Noah Brannick, 31 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Anthony Zayu was worried about this, said you have to keep Brannick in the pocket. Well, here he gets out of the pocket and shows his athleticism. Breaks a tackle from Powell, cuts back, and then finally brought down by Elliott, or he scores a touchdown right here. Huge play from Noah Brannick.
A little over 4 minutes to play in the first half. On the ground, straight ahead, touchdown! Michael Brower behind the right side of the offensive line, but we've got a flag down. Hang on.
And Brower was down momentarily there. We'll see the call, see if it stands.
Hold. It's a hold against Calvert Hall, and this one's coming back.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pick it up. The running from Brower looked like Patrick Ricard rolling through.
Holding. Offense. We're going to go 10 yards. We'll play the down.
There's the call from referee Patrick Nagel.
Yeah. Number 80, Will Robertson, was playing fullback on this situation. He's the lead blocker. Let's see if he gets his arms wrapped around. Could have been. Yeah, it looks like he had Saka right there. And that allows, actually, that was Parsons, number 6. who was being held, and it allows Brower, also had his face mask there as well, so either one.
I got another whistle as we line up. It's like the issue with the play clock or the stadium clock. 4:04 left to play in the half. All the scoring in the first quarter. It was 20-7 after one. Mercy high red zone. Pass to the near side is complete at the 15. And Donnie Lewis can't shake free. Tackled at the 14-yard line.
Tackled by Shane Elliott.
Let's go down and check in with Sean with an injury update.
Pass play, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, guys, unfortunately for Loyola, was just on their sideline. Injured earlier in this quarter, offensive and defensive lineman Trevor Szymanski. Jersey's off. They're icing down his left shoulder. His left arm's in a sling, guys.
Thank you, Sean. Hand off to Dorsey. He's got a blocker out in front. He's at the 5, still up. Touchdown. DeJuan Dorsey off the left side of his offensive line. Takes it in for the score, 14 yards on the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, Scotty follows big number 65, Owasu, big number 78, Bane Mullinan. He just plows into the end zone. Again, just power running for Calvert Hall.
Patrick O'Keefe, 54 out front, throws a nice block to help get him in there.
Yeah, what was the old student body left right down, clear out the way for your running back, and the offensive line did that for Calvert Hall.
This is Andrew Petrino on for the point after. Up and through. Point after good. And the Cardinals cut the lead to just 6 at 20-14. We'll take a timeout. End-to-end action in this one. The fans are loving it. We got a good one. 20-14 Loyola. Let's take a look at our Kelly Benefits play of the first half, Keith. The big special teams play.
Oh, yeah, the block kick by Goose, the recovery by Nate Jackson, and a 6-0 lead turns into 13-0 just like that. There's the Kelly Benefits play of the first half.
Back and forth it goes. Loyola got on top 13-0 with that block punt, and then Calvert Hall hit a 71-yard touchdown pass to Raheem Smith. Robinson with a 34-yard run for Loyola, and now Calvert Hall gets the touchdown run from Dorsey to make it 20-14.
Do we have a kickoff in our future here? Kickoff return?
This is Jackson. Up across the 30 and stepped up around the 31-yard line. Let's take a look at our Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. That last drive, 6 plays. 56 yards, took 3 minutes in the second, and a 14-yard touchdown run from DeJuan Dorsey.
And the big play there, Scotty, was Noah Brannick's 32-yard run on 3rd down and 10 to keep that drive alive and set up that touchdown. And let's see now, Loyola has 1 timeout left, 3:15 to go. Let's see how Micah Robinson and the Loyola offense can handle this drive here.
Hines has trouble with the snap. Gets it upfield, and it's short hop incomplete. Intended for Leo Twist, but that was just a little bit of survival there, Keith, would lose the snap.
Yeah, great job from Hines to make a positive play. That was a good snap, just kind of took his eye off of it and then just kind of heaves it in desperation. He's out of the pocket there. And Leo Twist, who's a very, very solid wide receiver, just could not come up with it. Short hopped him. Not only does that set up the 2nd and 10, stops the clock also. So for Calvert Hall right here, you get a stop here. You may want to use a timeout.
Jaden Moore's the quarterback. Looking to run. Not much room there, and Calvert Hall swarms him. Just across the 30-yard line, Josh Thomas among the first to meet him. 3rd down and long coming up.
Yeah, and I think Calvert Hall will they call timeout here? Josh Thomas, number 55 with the tackle, or is it a penalty?
Got a face mask. Wow.
So that changes the complexion of this drive dramatically, Scott. You see the clock, 3:01. You see Anthony Zayu there.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. We're going 15 yards, made the line of game, first down.
A couple of injuries on that Loyola offensive line, so Brody Brunner is now at left guard, replacing Matt Marath, who is injured, and David Welch is the right tackle. He replaced the injured Trevor Szymanski. Hines at quarterback, first down and 10 after the penalty, looking to throw, trying to set up a screen. Ball is loose. Ball rolls at the 24-yard line. Calvert Hall had it. They still have it. Dylan Aguilera came up with the fumble. And a big break here as Calvert Hall's defense sets up the offense on a short field just 20 yards away from tying or taking the lead.
Yeah, Corey Brewer makes the big play again. They're trying to set the screen up, but Broom is too quick, and watch the stampede for the football. They try to scoop and score. Instead, Aguilera comes up with it, and just like that, Calvert Hall could possibly take the lead here with a touchdown, an extra point, and a wild first half. One of the craziest first halves of football in this series, Scott.
I agree. 27 yards lost on that play, and it's a short field. They're in the Mercy High School red zone, and on first down, here comes Smith. He's at the 10-5, touchdown! Second of the game for Rakeem Smith, the speedster. Turned the corner and took it home to tie the game.
We saw Loyola run the reverse for big yards, and we see the same thing. The flow is left. They give it to Rakeem Smith White. Look at the blocking downfield. Great block for number 15, Oliver Red, and a touchdown for Rakeem Smith. Great ball handling by Brannick as well. Red on the outside with the block. Another on the inside. And Rakeem Smith, his second touchdown of the day.
2 today, 16 on the season, 5'9", 159-pound senior, and he can fly. They talk about the strength of their offense being on the edges. That's Rakeem Smith and Donnie Lewis, and both of those guys have made big plays in this one.
Another injured Loyola player, and you mentioned Donnie Lewis. His dad, Marcus Lewis, is one of the assistant coaches, the quarterback's coach, and one of the greatest athletes in Howard County history. As a matter of fact, when you and I work together, it looks like Anto Saka is the injured player down there, and obviously it would be a major, major loss if he can't go. We'll keep an eye on that.
He has 3 sacks in the game already.
And he's hobbling off. He'll be back. But Marcus, Scott, was one of, back when, around his, looks like his right leg, when you and I worked together for 20 years, we did the prep profiles. Marcus was one of the subjects of the prep profile. Great student athlete. Went to Oakland Mills High School and then to Delaware. And now he's an assistant to Josh Ward, his son Donnie Lewis, outstanding wide receiver for Calvert Hall.
So Petrino with a chance to give Calvert Hall their first lead of the game. We're tied at 20. Remember, Loyola missed a point after that hit the upright earlier. Kick is up. And it's good. And Calvert Hall has their first lead of the game with 2:27 to play in the first half. As you see, Sacco getting some attention on the sideline. Just one play, 20 yards on the touchdown. It took all of 8 seconds. Boy, they need that guy, Keith.
I mean, you can predict, Scott, you can predict a tight game, and you would hope these two teams get after it in a way that, that rivalry teams do, but no one could predict the electrifying big plays in this game. It's unbelievable, the back and forth momentum switches caused by the big plays.
Josh Ward, his debut with the Cardinals, took over for Donald Davis. Let's go down and hear from Jamie.
I tell you, my head is spinning after this first half. Hey, listen, we are streaming this all over the world, and it is steaming. The hotline here. Gary produces, Calvert Hall grad watching us from Bozeman, Montana. Brant Hall watching us from Malibu with his family, the beautiful. He's looking at the Pacific right now. We've got Marianne Betzel, Miss Waverly 1977's watching. Chris Hidalgo's watching. Chris James, the Crumbs. I'm telling you, it is crazy online here watching this Calvert Hall and Loyola game. Want to say hello to the O'Shea family. We lost Mick O'Shea, the man who ran O'Shea's on Charles Street forever. Graduated from Calvert Hall, the last graduating class when it was downtown, 1960. Back up to you guys.
Nice stuff, Jamie. On the ground, Robinson trying to get wide, and he's got a first down up across the 35 near the 37-yard line. Ryan Botek on the stop. You mentioned Brant Hall checking it out. Brant starred in this game, coached in this game, AD at Loyola.
And
big contributor.
Now he lives on Malibu.
That's
His
not a
wife
bad
works
spot.
at Pepperdine, and he had to make the trip cross country.
I know one thing, he was not shoveling the walk
He was
today.
not. No, he was not. I'm sure they weren't Ishpeming, Michigan today, though, right?
Jaden Moore throws, and it's incomplete. Good defense. Marcus Hines, the intended receiver, well covered on the play. That was Antoine Morante.
A big hit from Morante right there. Sets up a third down.
There's the leader of the pack, Rob Brockmeyer. The crew call was 3 a.m. this morning. Rob heads up the crew, and
Rob picked them all up, I heard.
Yeah,
and drove him to the in his camper.
The hardest working team in America, right?
Big third down here, Scotty.
Jaden Moore at quarterback, 1:52 left in the half. He's going to keep it, and down he goes for a loss. Tackle near the 32-yard line. Christian Arthur.
Yeah, you'll see the play. Hines here, or actually Jaden Moore here. Do I give it to Micah Robinson or not? He decides to keep it, and it's not a good decision.
Yeah,
Aguilera there.
Kind of ran into his lineman there, Arthur.
Third time out of half.
And number 23 for Calvert Hall, Corey Broom, who made the big sack earlier, comes up with a big play right there.
So fourth down, 1:40 left in the half. Calvert Hall will have a chance to add to a 1-point lead. Cardinals up 21-20. They trailed 13-0 right out of the gate as Loyola. I mean, they punched them in the nose, right?
Yes, they did.
Went right down the field on a 59-yard drive. They missed the extra point. It was 6-0. And then they blocked a punt and recovered it in the end zone to go up 13-0 with just 5:15 left in the first quarter. But Calvert Hall has worked their way back.
It looks like there's good news, Scotty, from Anto Saka. He's on the sideline walking off that little injury he had. Tough kid, no doubt. Spectacular player.
3 sacks in the first half. Yeah.
This is his last game as a senior at Loyola, and he'll do everything he can to get back on the field.
Keith, we talk about alumni in this game, and how about alumni like Sean Tucker, who's now, we'll get to that maybe after this play.
Spectacular player from Syracuse.
He's doing so well in Syracuse. There's the punt. It's a short one. Let's see how it bounces. Takes a Loyola bounce. Down to the 35-yard line. It'll be down there with 1.5 minutes to play. 33 yards on the punt from Connor Becks.
A punt of 30 yards. First
we talked about
Calvert Hall.
Sean Tucker and the amazing things. He's third in the nation right now, the former Calvert Hall running back. We see him here in the Turkey Bowl, Keith, with a touchdown run, but what he has done at Syracuse has been phenomenal. Sean Tucker has rushed for 1,467 yards, averages 6.3 yards a carry, scored 14 touchdowns. They're talking about giving him the number 44, which has been retired at Syracuse, the number Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, and Floyd Little wore. And he got a false start here.
That's pretty impressive right there.
But he's having a brilliant career, and we might see him playing Sundays in another year or so.
False start, offense, going 5 yards. Still first down.
Yeah, Brad Hubert jumps the gun a little bit right there and sets back Calvert Hall 5 yards. They're up by a point. We'll see how Josh Ward plays this. But Tucker, 187 yards in the 100th game a couple years ago, Scotty. And he is turning heads all over the country up in Syracuse.
Spread offense here. 5 wideouts for Noah Brannick. Sacco back in on the defense for Loyola. Gets away, avoids a sack, keeps the play alive, firing deep downfield, and got a man. It's complete. 20, 15. Knocked out of bounds is DJ Ringgold. A huge gain for Loyola. And credit Noah Brannick for avoiding the sack, Keith. It looked like that play might result in a loss. Instead, it turns into a 58-yard
gain.
gain.
Again, heavy pressure. He breaks the tackle, sets his feet, and throws a strike to Ringgold, who went to Perry Hall Middle School and played for the Perry Hall Gators, which has supplied a lot of football players to this Calvert Hall team over the course of time. And Ringgold is yet another one.
They're in the Mercy High School red zone. Straight ahead comes Dorsey. Short gain, stacked up down near the 11-yard line.
Well, this is a huge defensive stand here now for Loyola, Scott. They had the momentum, they had the lead pretty much the entire half, and now they're in danger of not just losing the momentum, but going down at least another touchdown here as we head into halftime.
That was Saka, who nearly sacked Brannick before he hit the big pass to DJ Ringgold. Flip out to Dorsey, and down he goes. Ball is loose. Was he down?
Dorsey carries.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Looks like he was down.
Liam Powell made the hit.
Yeah, Saka's been getting a lot of the pub today and throughout the year, but Liam Powell has played a terrific game already, Scott. And again, watch his explosiveness. Number 45, right part of your screen, shoots the gap, down goes Dorsey.
Clock running. 10 seconds left in the half. Brower's the running back. Brannick looking to throws into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Shane Elliott, and that's the way the half's going to end, but we got a penalty marker down, so hang on. If it's a penalty against the defense,
flag on the play.
The half will not be over. Looks like we may have had roughing.
I think they called holding, I believe, on Calvert Hall was the early indication, so that'll end it.
Unless the penalty's on the defense.
Offense. Penalty decline. Intercepts the Loyola's ball.
So let's take another look at it. Shane Elliott on the coverage.
Yeah, he just chucked it up right there, and kind of hoped his receiver, number 14, Donnie Lewis, could make a play, but instead Elliott, great position, was in perfect position to make the play. Good pressure on the outside right there from Loyola, and that's how the half is going to end.
And Keith, you said it earlier. I don't think anything changed in the last 6 or 7 minutes to make this one of the wildest first halves we've seen in the Turkey Bowl in a long time. We played 101 of these games.
Block kicks, chunk plays, big passes downfield, great scrambles by the quarterback, big runs by the running backs. Man, it's had everything. And some spectacular defensive plays as well.
Yeah, we saw Anto Saka, who was injured and came back. He had 3 sacks in the first half and nearly had a 4th. And Brannick slipped him and made the big play downfield to Ringgold.
No question. It's been a great entertainment for everyone at home. And regardless of what team you're pulling for here in the stadium, it's been high-octane, high-entertaining football at the high school level, as good as it gets.
Yeah, the only difference in this game right now is an extra point that hit the upright. If not, we'd be tied at 21-all. But it's Calvert Hall with a 1-point lead, 21-20 in the 101st Turkey Bowl. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. We've certainly enjoyed this first half. Second half should be great. Let's check in on the Holland Shades Auto Coach's Corner. Let's go down to Jamie.
All right, Coach, that was the greatest 7 minutes of your life at the beginning.
Oh, it was good, but we can't turn the ball over. It's a bad turnover by us, really, really bad.
And you got to limit big plays.
Absolutely. Calvert Hall's have some really huge plays. We're playing good football, but then we're breaking down when we don't need to. I don't know. We'll get it corrected, but it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a battle second half.
All right, and that second half is going to be a doozy right here on WMAR 2 News.
Halftime score, Calvert Hall leads Loyola 21-20 over the past few years. Calvert Hall's engineering program has grown from 25 students to 150, in large part due to their hands-on STEM program. Rick White explains.
Calvert Hall's brand new STEM lab has state-of-the-art equipment. And just like football, it takes a lot of teamwork. Jordan Jackson knows a thing or two about teamwork, playing defensive back for Calvert Hall. And Coach Stewart knows working with young men to reach their potential is what coaches do. But they're also doing it with Calvert Hall's state-of-the-art science, technology, engineering, and math, better known as the STEM program.
STEM program, it's very challenging. It gives me something different when I come to school. It's like a mix of like science and physics put together, and then it's always a hands-on project that we're doing.
it takes an idea, something that exists in the ether, right? Nothing substantial or tangible yet. And it takes that from a guy's brain, from one of our young men, and they plan it, and they sketch it, and they theorize about it, and then they put it into practice.
The students love that the program is so hands-on, and the equipment is state-of-the-art technology.
The new equipment, it just kind of blows your mind, especially when you see it at work and you get to be involved in it. Like, I was personally blown away by the 3D printers, you know, just going onto the CAD program on your computer and then building something on a computer, and then you put it into the printer and then it comes out for you, and then you can show your friends, your family and stuff. Like, tangible, you can hold it. It's just a great thing.
You know, production level, real world, engineering grade machines. The printer cutter that we have, the Roland, it's a professional grade, able to make signs and pictures and t-shirts and all kinds of things that you would see in real world applications.
If you come up with an idea that you would like to present to the world and get money for, or anything like that, it's in there and they have it down. So yeah, it's a special program at the school.
This is a special program, and this is a special school, on and off the field.
Senior tight end and captain Joe Campbell is Calvert Hall Scholar Athlete. He's a McMullen Scholar, member of the National Honor Society, Executive Board, Science and Spanish National Honor Society, carrying a 4.0 GPA, making the honor roll every semester. Joe is a homeroom admissions representative, meeting with prospective students and families as an advocate and champion for the Hall. He's a leadership fellow and belongs to the Cardinal Crazies. Congratulations, Joe Campbell, Calvert Hall Scholar Athlete. Let's take a look at the Charles A. Klein & Sons halftime highlights, and we weren't lacking for them today, Keith Mills.
Hey, Scott, there's a season full of highlights in the first half. Jaden Moore, a little jet sweep. Now he's going to pass it to the quarterback, Marcus Hines.
And then a huge play here, Keith. Special teams suddenly was 13-0 Loyola.
Adam Goose with the block. Nate Jackson picks it up, and then the Noah Brannick show begins. He hits Raheem Smith in stride, 71-yard touchdown. And what a first half for Noah Brannick.
So, yeah, here comes Calvert Hall, but wait a minute, Loyola, they answer.
Yeah, we saw the strength of Micah Robinson right here. Almost on the ground. Turns it into a huge touchdown run right here for number 4. And Loyola back to a 2-touchdown lead. Then you see number 7, DeJuan Dorsey, carrying a bunch of guys in the end zone for Loyola. The back and forth pendulum switches until finally Raheem Smith again shows his athleticism. Great blocking on the outside. He cuts it back. Touchdown, 21-20. Calvert Hall leads. Scott Brannick, 71-yard touchdown pass, 58-yard completion, and a 32-yard scramble for Calvert Hall. And Marcus Hines, the 44-yard touchdown scramble for Loyola. An unbelievable first half.
You're looking at the prime lending stats and some big numbers up there, but 264 total yards for Calvert Hall. A bunch of big plays, Keith, and that number gets up there.
Yeah, and 146 of them came in the second quarter when they outgained Loyola 146-9. So 6 plays over 20 yards in this game already. That's a lot for the entire game for both teams. So
I don't know what they can do to top it in the second half, Keith, but we just saw a terrific first half. Anxious to see how this one plays out. Half number 2 coming up. We're back with more as we count down to the second half kickoff on Turkey Bowl 101, the Brooks Financial Group. Coming up next. Welcome back. Our Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101 has been a dandy. Calvert Hall with a 1-point lead at halftime. And we're happy to welcome in Paul Brooks, the man who makes this possible every year. You, your brother, the family, the group, How about that first half?
Amazing.
You're wearing your Calvert Hall colors on, but man, that was crazy, wasn't it?
It was, as you guys said, they got punched in the nose right out of the gate, but hey, they responded. It's football, right? I almost thought it was, after Calvert Hall winning the MIA championship the other day, it might have been a little championship hangover type thing.
Yeah,
right? So,
5 days, quick turnaround.
Interesting. Interesting. With that said, though, Paul, you and your brother Mike, you don't have to do this. You've been gracious with your time and your finances to keep this going. How come?
It's a great tradition, as we know. The football is the game, right? But we got two great institutions within miles of each other that turn out and churn out wonderful young men every single year, right? And so it's very similar to our Brooks Financial Group servant leadership mission. That's everything we're about. So it's very complementary to who we exist as our humans. We know. We came through Calvert Hall. We know what this is. And many of our friends and relationships that we're blessed to be around are Loyola guys. So it's community. It's just one big community.
We've had that picture we've used several times of your grandfather who played in the first Turkey Bowl, where this is 101 now, and we celebrated that 100th thing 2 years ago. And there he is. He's in that group right there. Which one? Which tough guy is he?
Fascinating.
There he is.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Must have been a
second
captain.
row in the middle. Yeah.
He was. He was a captain. They got trophies of him.
So this has been in the family for 100 years, right?
Yeah. Effectively, yes. Yeah. I'm feeling like it.
How old were you when you realized that this was such a big deal?
It's probably middle school.
Yeah.
Because Michael was the first one that went to Calvert Hall. We all knew him. My father didn't go there. My uncle did, but my father did. And so we had all this. And so, you kind of follow your older brother and you do your thing. But, we would go to the games. And it's just great. And it's like I said before, it's about the community. I mean, look at this. We have a beautiful day. It's Thanksgiving. The stands are full, and it's a fantastic football game.
You said it's a lot of fun in your house because it's the game, and we've seen you and your brother here for so many years. But you say you go to different houses, and then you hook up, and there's a whole lot of things going on in the family, right?
There's a lot of moving parts to this deal. We have a very big family, and Michael and Karen host our family, and then from here I leave and go to my house and host Michelle, my wife's family.
Your wife's family.
So we do that, and then later on we kick everybody out, and we head to Michael's.
There we go.
For a dessert, if you will,
and talk about the game, right?
And talk about the game.
And probably rewind it and replay it.
And watch it,
I was going to say how disappointing last year for, especially the seniors, that this game that, survived World War I, World War II, the Depression and everything else, but we got KO'd for a year, right?
And Paul, they're being honored. The seniors that didn't play last year are on the field right now. They're the pictures you're seeing right now from our Cracker Jack production staff.
Very special. Yeah, no, and that's true, Scott. I mean, it's like that. If it's one thing like the seniors, everybody wants to play, right? If you're a football person, you want to play in this game. And to do this is just honorable for them to do this and recognize something that they had no control over, right? So it's wonderful.
You mentioned the bond between the schools, and obviously there's competition, but great rivalries are made by that, aren't they? Because, you talk to some guys at Army, Navy, Ohio State, Michigan. They become friends after they played, but they'll always remember when they played.
Oh, we do it, and yesterday's a great time. We hit a bunch of the local pubs, and I'm with all the little guys I played with and whatnot, and so. You're going to grit it out for your 60 minutes, and then at the end of the day, you're going to sit down and talk about it, have fun, and hang out.
Paul, good to see you.
Good
Happy
to see you guys. Appreciate it.
Your family.
Always a pleasure.
And thanks for all your support.
You have
game.
a birthday. You have to wish someone a happy birthday.
Alex, my oldest, 30 years old.
Yeah, son Alex is 30.
30 years old.
Very good.
You and Michelle had him when you were 10. Right?
Yeah, 10. That's what she says. Happy
Enjoy
birthday,
the rest of your Thanksgiving. Let's check out our Holland Shades Auto Coaches Corner. Let's go down to Sean.
Yeah, guys, here with Calvert Hall head coach Josh Ward. First of all, Coach, looking at your seniors from last year, how cool is that to see them honored at halftime?
Oh, that's special right there. I mean, that was a big thing for us. We really wanted to honor them for losing that game last year.
What'd you tell your team at the break? You're up 1 at half.
We just said finish. I mean, we preach adversity all year, and this is definitely adversity. It's 21-20 ball game. I mean, it's a great game. It's a great team over there.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, guys.
More Turkey Bowl 1-on-1 coming your way right after this.
Today's live streaming on WMAR2news.com is brought to you by Calvert Hall College. Just about ready for the second half. Beautiful day, good crowd here at Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University, and the first half totally entertaining.
Jeez, Scott,
On a 1 to 10 scale, it was a 12.
Yes, I don't care what level of football you enjoy watching, Pop Warner, high school, college, pro. This is as entertaining a game as I've seen all year, and we've seen quite a bit of them. And we'll see what happens from here on out. But it was great having Paul Brooks on because he's a link, Scotty, between the here and now.
Yes.
And, he played for the great Augie Maselli, went after Joe Brune's teams for years. That rivalry was as good as it gets, not just from the players, but also Coach Brune and Maselli were great friends, great rivals. You had Ed Hardigan, you mentioned Coach George Young, the Hall of Famer, right on through today. Brian Abbott, Donald Davis, and Josh Ward, and Anthony Zayu. It's been a really fascinating coaching tree from the Ed Hardigan days on down, and it's been really, really cool to be a part of.
So Calvert Hall will receive the second half kickoff.
Connor
Connor Beck's to kick off for the Dons. Rock Smith, who has 2 touchdowns in this game, back deep with Donnie Lewis for the Cardinals.
Here we go. Strap him on, buddy.
Yeah. Right down the middle. This is Lewis across the 20, 25, and gets it out near the 28-yard line. Cardinals trailed 13-0 in this one. It was 20-7 at the end of the first quarter, but a couple of second quarter touchdowns. Dorsey from 14 yards. Smith ran one in from 20. And Calvert Hall has a 1-point lead as we start the second half.
Yeah, it's got a couple of key injuries for Loyola on offense. Matt Marath and Trevor Szymanski. Szymanski also plays defense, so that's going to be a big loss for the Loyola defense as well.
Brannick in the gun. Dorsey, the running back, has the ball, and he's got a good gain all the way up across the 42-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, followed the right side of that offensive line. Bane Mullen and Brad Huber. Dorsey had a good first half and a real good block that time on Saka, and he powers his way for a first down to start the second half.
Brannick's first half pretty incredible. Completed 4 passes for 150 yards, a touchdown and an interception to end of the half, but he had a completion of 71 yards for a touchdown and a 58-yarder. Dorsey, 12 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown. This is Dorsey, and he's run down from behind. Nice defensive play by Aiden Parson, the senior. His dad, a football and lacrosse player at Calvert Hall. So many of these players, Keith, 2, 3, 4 generations of family members that have been part of this.
Oh, no question about it. And Parsons, we talk about Saka's explosiveness. Parsons has done this a couple of times today. Number 6 grabs the jersey of Dorsey to slow him down and then makes the tackle.
2nd and 9. Calvert Hall with the ball on their own 43-yard line. Noah Brannick hands it off. Room across the 45 up near the 48-yard line is Dwan Dorsey. This coach talks about the vision that Dorsey has, the ability to find the daylight. And Dorsey comes out of the game now, replaced by Michael Brower.
And Brower, the 3rd string running back behind Dan Harper and Dorsey. Harper was injured in the A-Conference Championship game against McDonough 5 days ago. He is not playing today.
3rd and 5. Brannick with time, throws near side, complete. Down to the 40, still on his feet is Donnie Lewis. Has running room, look out, he's gone. 10-5, touchdown. Donnie Lewis scores his 8th touchdown of the year, a 53-yard play, a short pass, but what he did with it after he caught it is what mattered, Keith.
And the start of the play was a real good pass from Brannick, opposite hash mark, across the field. Lewis catches it, turns upfield, and then watch the cut right there, and then the explosion. Switch hands with the ball, runs out of another tackle right there, and dives into the end zone. We talked about his dad, Marcus. Whew, boy, that's Marcus. And one more right there, absolutely.
Point after is good, so Donnie Lewis, who was the Sun Player of the Week after he had touchdowns of 83 and 36 yards in the championship game, scores big here again. And Calvert Hall on top, 28-20. We'll take a timeout. Turkey Bowl 101 from Johnny Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University. There he goes, Donnie Lewis. The Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive, we've had a bunch of them today. Didn't take long this time. 4 plays, 68 yards, 2 minutes and 7 seconds, 53 yards. Brannick to Donnie Lewis, who had a big run after the catch.
You just saw him get his hamstring kind of loosened up a little bit on the sideline right there.
This is Robinson, and he's cut down just across the 30-yard line. Josh Bryce made the stop.
And a good stop there by Bryce as we head back down to Sean Stepner with an injury update.
Yeah, tough go injury-wise for Loyola so far. We saw Trevor Szymanski, lineman, offensive and defensive. He is done for the day with a shoulder injury. We saw Anto Saka. He left for a little bit, told me it was cramps. He's obviously good to go. He's been back out there. And offensive and defensive lineman Matt Maroth, before the end of the half, he had his right cleat off. They were icing down that right ankle. I'm told as they came out of the locker room to start the second half, it's going to be tough for him to return to this game with that right ankle injury, guys.
Thank you, Sean. Wildcat set. Not much room for Michael Robinson. He is stacked up near the line of scrimmage. Matt Conroy among the Cardinals to greet him.
Okay, Matt Conroy, the linebacker partner of Dylan Aguilera, solid player, great instincts. Wears number 12 from a transfer from Bel Air High School. You see big Patrick O'Keefe, number 54 there. Conroy, big stout defense for this Calvert Hall team. Trying to figure out a way to slow down this offense right now.
Back to the Wildcat, 3 wide receivers. Moore in motion, has the ball and is tackled right near the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. Tim Downs made the stop.
Yeah, again, a little jet sweep action right here. You want to get number 10 the ball as much as possible. Good blocking on the outside. And this is real close to a first down. Nice play from Tim Downs across the field there. Again, Moore is just an electrifying player, a dynamic athlete, as Anthony Zayu calls him.
Jaden Moore under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Robinson straight ahead and gets up to about the 44-yard line. Patrick O'Keefe on the stop.
Yeah, sorry, Scott. We mentioned Jaden Moore, his brother Jordan, quarterback Loyola in this game 2 years ago, the 100th game, is now the quarterback at Duke University. So he's doing some good things in his collegiate career. Great institution, great student. Both of the Moore kids, outstanding students.
You know, Jaden said best thing about Loyola College, Loyola Blakefield, no girls. He said, what do you like about school? He said, no girls.
Wow. I don't know too many young men that would say that.
But he said the brotherhood.
I like it.
The brotherhood, the close-knit family on campus.
Stout defense right there as Robinson goes down on top of number 56, David Welsh. Hopefully those two kids are okay. Big third down situation here. We'll watch the finishes of this play, but a good stout defense there by Calvert Hall. Huge third down here, Scott.
Third down and 5. Hines, the quarterback, in the gun, looking to throw. Now moves to his right. Tries to turn it upfield, but he's slung out of bounds just across the 40. A loss on the play. Patrick O'Keefe with a nice defensive play. Maintain that edge for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Scott, you've been calling his number all day. Great coverage in the secondary. This is a coverage sack right here. Nowhere to throw. Hines.
We got a horse collar maybe,
It may be. Looked like he had his jersey. That's what they're going to call.
Personal foul. Horse collar. Defense. We're going 15 yards. It'll be a first down. 9 game.
You know, Scott, it doesn't technically have to be the collar. You can pull the top of the jersey back or even the middle of the jersey back, and you can still get that call, which he did. Yeah, we'll take another look at it. Watch O'Keefe pull the jersey down and sling Hines to the sideline right in front of the official. That was not a difficult call. Good play, but just got his hands caught up in the jersey area.
Hines takes the snap. Hands it off to Moore. He's in trouble. Good pursuit by the Calvert Hall defense. They didn't get fooled that time. KP Price and linebacker Dylan Aguilera in on the stop.
Yeah, and number 54, O'Keefe, was the one that set the edge and forced him outside. Actually, that was a great run just to get back to the line of scrimmage, to be honest with you.
Well, Keith, you know, too, Adam Southwick setting up that defense said, don't keep number 10 out of your eyesight. Wherever he goes, there's a good chance the ball's going there.
That's a great point. And somehow Anthony Zayu will have to get him the ball. He may put him at quarterback in a Wildcat situation. As you see, big number 54, Patrick O'Keefe, having a standout game today. 6'3", 210 pounds from Boston.
2nd and 10. Hines is the quarterback. Now we got a whistle and a flag down. We got a delay of game. Back judge drops a flag.
Got a dead ball, delay game, offense, 5 yards, still 2.
Well, that's a backbreaker. If you're trying to shorten up the down and distance, man, you just can't overcome penalties like that instead of 2nd and 10, which is difficult enough. Scott, now it's 2nd and 15.
Dons need to get down to the 35. Got it at midfield, 2nd down. 4 wide receiver set, fakes the handoff. Throw down the middle, and it is caught. Jaden Moore high-pointed that baby. Cardinals are saying incomplete, but it's ruled a catch.
Yeah, Hunter Bowen is calling for an incompletion. There is no replay in high school football. 28-yard gain. Watch Hines look left. Throw right, and watch number 10 go get it. That's a spectacular catch. Can you see if it hit there's the ball right here between his jersey and arm, but there is no replay in high school football.
Right,
so.
And Moore injured. He came down on the ball, may have got the wind knocked out of himself.
That's possible. Yeah, and he might have landed on the ball, Scotty.
But what an effort to go up and get his hands on it.
Yeah, great coverage there by Bowen. The junior defensive back, grew up in the Mount Airy area. Again, look at the vertical jump right there, Scott, on Jaden Moore. Talk about athleticism.
They don't list them. They don't, hit hard on that left side.
Yeah, the ball hits there.
Ball should have been incomplete.
It should have been. Again, no replay in high school, so it'll stand. And a huge 2nd down conversion right there. And this will be a monumental loss if Jaden can't.
Well, he's stepping up. He looks like he'll be back. Jogging off. Let's see if he can walk this thing off. 4 catches for 54 yards for Jordan Moore. He's also played quarterback.
Yeah, if you're Marcus Hines, good quarterback, just chuck it up there. Hope your receiver can make a play. Even though it was incomplete, as we saw, it goes for a 28-yard gain.
On the ground, Robinson. Short gain as he gets down to the 20.
Robinson carries.
Well, this is about trying to spin the momentum, Keith.
Oh, no question.
Calvert Hall scored 3 unanswered touchdowns now. Loyola's got a chance here to score, maybe have a chance to go for 2 and tie the thing up.
Yeah, just saw Anthony Zayu. He told us when you get in the red zone, you got to score today. They were 0 for 6 against Concordia last week in the B Conference Championship.
From the Mercy High School red zone, Hines rolling out, throwing, got a tight end open. It's caught inside the 10, down near the 6. A.J. Szymanski only caught 4 passes this season.
Yeah, really well executed
blocking tight end, but he's a grabbing tight end right here.
Yeah, A.J. comes across the field. Marcus Hines rolls out, buys some time, takes a hit, throws a strike to number 88. He's the older brother of Trevor Szymanski, who is hurt and on the sideline right now. But older brother A.J. makes a huge play here inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal. Up the middle, fighting toward the goal line. It's Robinson, and he stopped about a yard short.
And Micah Robinson shows his power. We saw his finesse and speed earlier. This time he runs it right up the gut. Good blocking. Double team by Billy Dwan. And bam, puts his head down and drives to the goal line. Reaches out just a little bit short.
Robinson played in Turkey Bowl 100 2 years ago. Tight formation. Quarterback sneak off the left side, and Marcus Hines is in for the touchdown. So the Dons answer after 3 unanswered touchdowns from Calvert Hall, and now they're just 2 points away from tying this game up.
Yeah, Marcus gets an assist from pretty much everybody on the offensive line right there. He pushed him into the end zone, and talk about, as you said, Scott, a great answer to a beginning of the half that did not start out well for the Dons.
So with 4:11 left in the third quarter, they'll go for 2.
Really a no-brainer right here. Anthony Zayu down 2, want to tie the football game up. Set up a end of the third, early fourth quarter scenario here where,
better be careful here. This is taking a while that they don't get a delay a game. 6 on the play clock.
He's going to call timeout. He's got to call. No, he got it off.
Hines looking, tossing into the end zone. It's caught. Shane Elliott makes the catch. He was inbounds, and we've got a tie game.
Yeah, again, credit Hines with a lot of poise here. First of all, to get the snap off before the delay of game, and then perfect touch on the outside. Number 27 defending for Calvert Hall, Darius Smith. No chance because of the touch of this pass to Elliott. Outstanding.
What a drive. 11 plays, 70 yards. And we've got a brand new game with 4:11 left in the third quarter.
Boy, this is everything you would hope, Scott, in a rivalry on Turkey Day in Baltimore.
We'll take a timeout. 4:11 to play in the third. It's all even at 28. The Turkey Bowl is a beauty this year. All right, our latest Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. Loyola ties it all up. They go 11 plays, 70 yards, 5 minutes, 42 seconds, 1-yard quarterback sneak from Hines, and then the 2-point conversion ties it at 28.
And Scott helped out by the horse collar penalty on Calvert Hall on third down, which kept the drive alive. And then the jump ball, Marcus Hines threw the Moore, which the replay proved was incomplete. But in high school football, there's no replay, and that keeps the drive alive, and they take advantage of it.
Smith and Lewis back deep as Connor Beck kicks it off. Bouncer grabbed by Smith. 15-20. Tries to cut back and is tied up just short of the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you, Scott, anytime you see Lewis or Smith with any kind of green grass, you're like, oh, look out. Man, they are two of the more exciting players we've seen in a high school scene in years.
A return of 27 yards. First down, Calvert Hall.
Let's check in with Jamie.
All right, we got a bunch of people watching, you guys. Here we go. Joe Michael, class of 52. He's 87. He's home watching this game. We got Mary in Palm Bay, Florida. J.J. Karwecki watching from the bridge on the River Kwai. Coach Shirtle's keeping an eye out for Rob Santoni. We got Katie Carew from Kodiak, Alaska. Andy Poggi's watching from his hospital room at Hopkins. He's okay. He's just staying there tonight. Rob Fagley's watching. Ray Feldman's watching. And Kyle and Mike O'Malley in Fort Lauderdale on the beach. And they say there's nothing better than seeing Keith and Scott Garceau on Channel 2 again. You feel like you're 21 again.
I wish. We can only wish, Jamie. Thanks, buddy.
I'll take 41, Scotty.
And thanks to everybody watching. I'll tell you one thing. I think they got a real problem at Calvert Hall. Josh Ward has got to get his quarterback to throw the ball more often because Brannick's completed 5 passes for 203 yards. That's 40 yards to completion, right?
Pretty good average right there. And now they brought the big boy back in, Michael Brower, to spell Dorsey a little bit, all 180 pounds of him.
First down, this is Brower. Good running room into Loyola territory. That's Rakeem Smith. Little pitch to him.
Yeah, how about that? Talk about awareness. You figure you get 20 yards downfield, you're going to go down. Watch Brower coming right at you right now, left-hand side, and he's going to pitch the ball.
Whoa, Ed Reed style.
Boy, that is dangerous 101 right there, but heads up from Smith to be ready for it. Not so sure that was in the playbook.
That's what I wondered. Is that in the book? Dorsey's the running back, set to the right of Noah Brannick, the junior quarterback. Brannick, look out, here it comes, and he's sacked. Around the edge came Shane Elliott, who's having quite a game. Elliott had an interception, He just caught the 2-point conversion, Keith, and now he's got a sack.
Josh, I think Josh Schwartz got hurt. He said, well, maybe we do have to throw the ball a little bit. They ran the ball well a couple of plays, dropped back to pass, and Shane Elliott makes him pay right here on the opposite side. Ooh, boy, that was close to being maybe a horse collar there. Referee.
8 yards on the sack, -8.
Yeah, Patrick Nagle right in front of him. He didn't call it, so big defensive play there for Loyola.
2nd and 18. Brannick in the gun. And play whistle dead.
Oh boy,
this time.
Loyola might be glad it was whistle dead because they had it set up on the screen here.
Got a dead ball. Delay game. Offense. We're going to go 5 yards. Repeat the down.
So back they go. Lost 8 on the sack and now 5 on the delay of game. Both teams now. Loyola had a delay their last series.
Yeah, that little quick screen, Scott, was set up perfectly. They got the ball to Donnie Lewis. There were 2 defenders, both with blockers on them, and that could have been a big, big play. 2nd and 23 now for Calvert Hall, following the sack and the penalty.
Brannick steps up in the pocket, trying to get wide. Here comes the pressure, and he just heaves it downfield, and it is picked off. Intercepted. The Dons' Marcus Hines grabs it, and that was an ill-advised throw, Keith.
No
question. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think he wanted to just throw it away. In that situation, you're out of the pocket. Great pressure there from A.J. Szymanski. You're out of the pocket. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to play another play, unless he's thinking this. Hey, it's going to be 3rd and 25. This might be just as good as a punt. Throw it up there to see if one of my playmakers can make the play. Unfortunately, they could not. Good pressure. And Szymanski puts a hurting there on Brannick after the throw. No late hit, clean play, turnover for Calvert Hall.
Well, Keith, Anthony Zayu told Jamie at halftime, we can't be turning over the ball, but right now they've got the advantage in the turnover game, 3-1.
And that was a big one there. We'll see if they can turn this into any kind of points here to take the lead, man, as the drama builds here at Johnny Unitas Stadium, all tied at 28.
Marcus Hines, the quarterback, the 6', 190-pound junior, hands it off. Robinson. Not much happening there. The Calvert Hall defense swarms to the football. A gain of about 1. Matt Conroy among those in on that stop.
Yeah, Conroy, Aguilera, the 2 inside linebackers, they stretch it out and stop Robinson hard. Aguilera from the Elk Ridge Landing Middle School over in Howard County made the trip up to Towson to go to high school.
Second and 9. Robinson trying to get wide and fights his way up to about the 22-yard line. Short gain on the play.
Yeah, Scott, we've seen Calvert Hall do a real good job the last couple of series of stretching out the outside runs, whether it be Robinson or Moore. Great edge play out there from a variety of guys. Patrick O'Keefe, you see big number 55, Josh Thomas, doing some good work on that as well.
Jaden Moore out this play, but he's back in the game after being injured. So Jaden Moore, big playmaker for the Dons, is okay.
Big 3rd down here.
Hines under center. Fakes to Robinson, rolls, throws, has his man, and it's complete. Across the 40, up to the 42-yard line. It's tight end A.J. Szymanski, who's got a couple of passes here in the second half.
Yeah, pretty much the same play they ran the last touchdown drive. You start Szymanski left, let him go across the field. You see number 88, left side of your screen. Nice touch from Marcus Hines. Found the seam. Outstanding execution from the Loyola offense.
20 yards on that pickup. He said it earlier. Fasten your seatbelts. Yes. Here we go. We're tied at 28. 4th quarter coming up in the 101st Turkey Bowl here on 2 Sports. There are your prime lending stats, and I think the biggest thing you take out of this, we've had over 600 yards of offense in this game. It's been terrific. Loyola, handoff. Robinson is stacked up. No place for Micah to go that time.
Yeah, stout defensive line play right there. Patrick O'Keefe in the middle of that as well. Big number 50 for Calvert Hall. We've called his number a lot.
Emily Dore.
Yeah.
Debbie Mudgett. How do you do, Deb? Can you hear us? She's in charge of the audio, and Debbie's retiring next month, and she's been taking care of us at Turkey Bowls for about 30 years maybe, right? So we wish nothing but the best to Debbie. If you can hear us, she had something to do with it.
Yes, she did.
We got a flag down. False start. Going to back the Dons up 5 yards. Jaden Moore may have been a little quick.
Ball. False start. Offense. Second down.
Second time. Jaden Moore's gotten off to a quick start. Numbers for Micah Robinson: 18 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown. So he's been their guy on the ground.
Yeah, he's coming into the game. He had over 700 yards rushing. Just a rock solid player.
Favorite NFL player? Alvin Kamara.
How about that?
Yeah.
Good company there.
Hines sets up the screen, and it's batted down. Not this time. Keaton Eyring, 6'5", used all of that size to knock that one down.
Yeah, big number 88, 6'5", 190. Gets his big paw up on this one. I'll tell you what, Scott, if it does go through, if he's able to complete that could have been a monumental play for Loyola. But Eyring with a big defensive play there. You see him, number 88, pumped up.
So it's 3rd and 15. Game tied at 28, the 101st meeting between these two. Calvert Hall's won 6 straight, 9 of the last 10. Loyola looking to break through. Their coach, Anthony Zayu, said it can't be a rivalry if one team always wins, trying to spur his guys on. Timeout called.
Yeah, a lot of confusion from the Loyola offense there.
Loyola.
Anthony Zayu.
Anthony really upset over on the far side. He's trying to get his guys organized. All right, we will take a timeout. 10:57 to play, 4th quarter, the 101st Turkey Bowl, all tied at 28. Pressure, and Hines just throws it away, got rid of it. They want intentional grounding called. Keaton Eyring, who batted down that screen pass, and there's the flag. It looks like they will call intentional grounding. He was in the pocket.
It's a tough call, though, because A.J. Szymanski was coming back for the ball. He was about 7 yards away from it when it hit, so that's a tough call right there. Josh Ward says he'll take the penalty, or maybe not.
Pretty good pressure here.
Let's see it again. His initial receiver was covered. Yeah, you said good protection, actually, and then good pressure. That's a tough call right there.
Yeah.
Leo Twist involved with the pass pattern as well.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Penalty decline. Will be 4th down.
So Josh Ward turns down the penalty.
Good coverage.
4th down coming up.
Yeah, real good coverage in the secondary that time, Scott, and it forced Marcus Hines to look away from his primary receiver, and he had Twist and Szymanski in that area. I kind of thought that was not an intentional grounding, but the referees made the call. They'll stick with it, and this is a punt right now, and a big stout defensive effort by the Calvert Hall unit right there for defensive coordinator Adam Southwick.
Twin safeties now, awaiting the punt from Connor Becks. Smith and Lewis back deep for Calvert Hall. Now the officials huddling up.
Maybe a question about the spot, because they originally had the ball back about
like
15 yards. Not quite sure where the spot of the ball
right
was.
There at the 32.
And that's where it is, so let's get playing.
Well, they got it on the 37 now.
Oh, 37,
yeah.
right, you're right.
May have to come back. 37's right. Russ, our spot man, he's on it.
Russ DeLynn never misses. Hey,
No,
how good is our staff up here, huh?
Russ and Ted will leave this game. No turkey for them. They're headed for the airport. They got college football, and Russ got an NFL game on Sunday, so these guys stay busy.
Russ was sharing a couple of weeks ago 6,700 miles of road trips in one weekend.
I think it'd be nice, Keith, if you made these guys a turkey sandwich before they run to BWI.
Well, they didn't want me to make it.
We have a correction.
Uh-oh.
We still have intentional grounding. 5 yards. Loss of down. 4th down.
I thought that was a loss.
Okay,
I know
yeah.
it was loss of down in college and in high school. I didn't. College and in the NFL.
Well, they're all the way back to the 25 now. They were talking about the 32 for a while. So Smith and Lewis back deep. They're standing at the Calvert Hall 45. Low line drive punt. Gets a bounce, and it's picked up by Lewis. Ooh. And he's hit hard, and a penalty marker goes down as he just crosses midfield. 35 yards on the punt, 11 on the return, but we'll wait the penalty here.
Could be a hit to the head. Could be a illegal block.
Looks like it's against Calvert Hall.
Yeah.
According to the Loyola players, they're all pointing.
Personal foul. Receiving team. We'll go 15 yards. It's going to be a 1st down.
Okay, let's take a look here, see if we can. Just heard personal foul.
Yeah, Lewis with the ball. Elliott in pursuit. Number 10. Not sure if that was the person. Ooh.
Yeah,
Not sure if that was the foul, blocking the back. But that's not a personal foul.
Kind of, and it looked like it was an attempted block in the back, and not really sure it connected.
Didn't even get it. Hard to determine what it was from that angle.
We'll take a timeout. 10:36 to play in the Turkey Bowl. We're still tied at 28. Our First Financial Federal Credit Union extra credit for extra effort goes to Noah Bull of the Dons.
Yeah, number 11, being recruited by the U.S. Naval Academy, and he shows why right there. What an effort. That was 3rd, 4th effort. Quick hitch route. Marcus Hines hits him, and he turns it upfield, breaks the tackle. Boom.
Here comes Calvert Hall on 1st down. Dorsey short gain, tackled by Hayden Parson. Let's take a look at our Brooks Financial Group game summary, Keith. We got a whole bunch in this one going back and forth.
A lot of spectacular plays, couple of lead changes right now, and a promising sprint to the finish between these two teams right here.
Look at those numbers, 71, 34, 53-yard touchdowns, a whole bunch of big plays in this one. 2nd down and 8 for Calvert Hall on the ground. This is Dorsey, across the 40, still on his feet, and gets near the 44-yard line. A.J. Szymanski brings him down.
Yeah, A.J. doing it now on both sides of the football. Caught a couple of passes, strings it out. Nice play right here to bring down a very tough DeJuan Dorsey.
3rd down at about 3. Cardinals have it on their own 43-yard line. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the 101st Turkey Bowl. We're all tied up. Brannick throws across the field, shows off that strong arm. Complete 1st down into Loyola territory. Sammy Williams on the reception for the Cardinals, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, simple pitch and catch right here. Williams stops, then turns up, breaks the tackle, gets the 1st down. Well executed play, first time young Sammy Williams has touched the football today.
What wasn't simple though is the arm.
Oh,
right. I
absolutely.
mean, he's got a gun. You saw the velocity there. Straight ahead, inside the 45. Dorsey trying to push the pile, and finally whistle stops play, but a good pickup. Got about 5 or 6.
Yeah, you can see the strategy now, Josh Ward. Let's pound it on the ground, maybe take a couple of shots in the passing game, and let's just try to eat up the clock. Use the big offensive line. Again, good block from number 80 right there. Will Robertson playing a little pseudo fullback, plays some tight end for these guys. Big number 78 involved, Bane Mullen. Good push by the offensive line there.
Dorsey, 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Brower checks into the backfield. He's to the left of the quarterback, Noah Brannick. Brannick with time, throws deep, got a man, caught it, Touchdown! Raheem Smith's third touchdown of the game. 48 yards. Big play after big play for the Cardinals. And Raheem Rock Smith has been the man.
Yes, he has, Scott. And again, you mentioned Brannick's arm strength, his ability to put the ball on a dime down the field. We saw it earlier in the game when the 71-yard touchdown, and we just saw it right there. Sammy Williams had a big part of that drive. He's pumped up. There you see Donnie Lewis. And man, what a touchdown combination.
Andrew Petrino's kick is up. It's good. And the Cardinals now have a 7-point lead at 35-28.
There it is again, good protection. Button pass to Raheem Smith, gets behind Elliott, and just like that, Calvert Hall is back in front.
And how about Kyle Brannick? 260-yard passing on just 7 completions and 3 touchdowns. Our Orlando Products defensive play of the game. What do you got, Keith?
Yeah, right here. It's a big pass intercepted by number 5, Marcus Hines, the quarterback for Loyola on offense. Great pressure there from A.J. Szymanski, number 88. Noah Brannick heaves it up. At the time, Loyola was down 8. They used this turnover to tie the game. Calvert Hall has just regained the lead on a spectacular catch and pass and throw from Noah Brannick to number 3 right there, Raheem Smith.
All Brannick's doing is averaging about 37 yards per completion.
Yes.
Little bloop kick here is out of bounds. Aiden Parson trying to run it down.
Attempted onside kick recovered by Aiden Parson.
We'll see right now if Loyola can answer. Calvert Hall has answered a couple of times. Loyola now with their backs to the wall. 8:15 left to go in the game. Down a touchdown.
Raheem Smith with that last touchdown, 3 catches, 135 yards. Here's our Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. 4 plays, 64 yards. A 48-yard pass to Rock Smith as he scores his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, 2 passes, 2 runs in that drive.
Hines is the quarterback. Down by 7 are the Dons. Good gain here on the ground. That's Micah Robinson. Picked up about 8.
Yeah, followed back up left guard Brady Brunner on that play. C.J. Holland, the center, gets a good push and just a good first down play here. Established the run game right now. You see number 6 for Calvert Hall step in, Hunter Bowen, to make the tackle, but not before a good 9-yard run. Look out, look out.
Bounces it out. Up across the 45 to the 46-yard line. First down, Hunter Bowen on the stop as Micah Robinson picks up a first down.
Yeah, again, good defense up the middle this time for Calvert Hall. Aguilera is right there, but can't wrap him up.
There's the vision we talked about, Keith.
Yeah. Absolutely, and Robinson turns a possible loss into a first down for Loyola.
Robinson now 110 yards on the ground, 20 carries, 110, and a touchdown. Kendrick Worthington, the freshman in the backfield now. 6'2", 180-pound freshman. He gets the football and fights his way across midfield into Calvert Hall territory. Dylan Aguilera on the stop.
And once again, they follow Brunner and Billy Dwan, the left tackle. Billy Dwan playing his last high school football game. He's a All-American high school lacrosse player. He's going to Syracuse as Anthony Zayu says, come on, fellas, let's dig down here. Clock ticking with 6:50 left to go, Scott.
How about a freshman carrying the ball in the Turkey Bowl, right?
How about that? In crunch time.
Yeah, he said, hey, the seniors inspire me. He said they give me something to work on every day as I try to get better. Look out. Ball is fumbled. Hines picks it up, but he's dropped for a loss. Back to the 45-yard line. Darius Smith in there. Looked like he had trouble on the exchange. A loss of 5.
Yeah, this was just a bot snap. We'll never know if the play would work, but Darius Smith, quick to the ball. Smart. Actually, I was surprised that Marcus just didn't fall on the football there. Tried to make something happen.
Now it's 3rd and 11.
Look for a screen here, Scott. Maybe a bootleg. Maybe that bootleg pass to A.J. Szymanski that's been successful.
Bull, the lone wide receiver, to the near side, 3 to the left side. Hines looking for Bull, got it, complete but short of the first down. He's up near the 45. That'll be about a yard or two short of the first down. Tim Downs on the coverage made the stop.
Yeah, definitely 4-down territory here. Hey, distance here. Nice pass from Hines. Noah Bull, we saw what he did just a few minutes ago on that big catch and run. Well, he is a bull. He's a tough kid, as I mentioned, being recruited by the U.S. Naval Academy to play football. Ashley Ingram and Colonel R.B. Green have both been in contact with him, talked to him quite a bit.
4th and 2, the freshman running back. No, check it. It's Mike Robinson back in.
Looks like he's checking off.
Timeout called. Anthony Zayu got a timeout called.
Yeah, smart play here, Scott. There was obviously some confusion.
Second time out of the half.
Marcus didn't like what he saw from the Calvert Hall defense, and instead of really, trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage, this is the key part of the game right here. 5 minutes left to go. Not make or break, but certainly close. You got to convert this first down right now if you're Loyola.
And let's do a little turn back the clock here. Our Turkey Bowl flashback from 2008. How about this one, Keith? Loyola's Snarski, the lone running back, runs under center, throwing the slant, touchdown.
Great move.
Brandon Floyd on the inside for the score. So on 4th down, they're going for it. Bruns rolling, looking upfield, throwing, touchdown. That's Garvin. He had a gap on the right side. Gets one, and he's gone.
He's gone.
Terrence Garvin scores his first Turkey Bowl touchdown. Bruns looking near side now, throwing deep. He's got a man open. Touchdown. Right on the money to Vince Snarski. That one was a good day. Here we go. 4th down, it's going to be close. Micah Robinson, I think he's got the first down.
Yeah, but
enough forward progress.
Yeah, he's got it by a yard, Scott. Good push from the offensive line. Needed 2, picked up 3. Pure power football here, Scott. Nothing fancy. Let's go behind an offensive line right now on the left side. That's been having some success in this drive, and Robinson just powers his way to keep the drive alive.
Loyola needs 7 to tie. They trail 35-28, just under 5 minutes to play in the 101st Turkey Bowl. Hines sets up, looking to throw deep down the far side. It is incomplete. Good coverage. Noah Bull, the intended receiver, but 2 Cardinals running right with him.
Yeah, real good coverage. Good time by Hines. Nigel Henderson, one of the guys in the back. KP Price as well. Good coverage. And wisely, Hines just threw the ball with some air. So if anybody's going to catch it, it was going to be Noah Bull. We mentioned the offensive line right now. On that last play, good block from Christian Arthur, who Anthony Zayu said the strongest player on this football team.
Yeah, squats over 400 pounds.
Yeah.
8th play of the drive. They started on their own 28. And we got a penalty marker down. False start against the Dons. That'll cost them 5. 3rd false start against Loyola.
Well, that's just
a ball. False start. Offense.
Yeah, Scott, if you're Anthony Zayu and his offensive coaches, man, that's just a dagger at this time of the game.
There's Josh Ward over on the other side.
Yeah, and you talk about Josh Ward being familiar with his coaching staff. His brother Mike is the offensive coordinator. Adam Southwick is the defensive coordinator. Adam's dad, Vern, a legend in the Baltimore area. Has been coaching Pop Warner teams and high school teams for 40 years, 25 here at Calvert Hall.
So 2nd and 15, 4 wide, and another whistle. This time we've got an offsides. This one looks like it's against the defense. Plenty of flags flying.
Encroachment. Defense. Go 5 yards.
Well, I guess we're right back where we started, Keith. 5 back, 5 forward. Ricardo Cooper rushes into the backfield, and now it's 4th down.
Yes, Scott, I mentioned the Perry Hall Gators Pop Warner team. Here's another product from that team. Ricardo Cooper, number 9, reads the play perfectly. As we take a look, he'll follow the lead blocker and just follows him right into the play. The right guard pulls, he follows him, makes the tackle.
Yeah, that's 148 pounds with some stake to it. Big hit right there.
Yeah, and he's fired up, no doubt about that.
Well, here we go. 4th down for the Dons now. Hines lines them up in the shotgun. Robinson, the running back, to his left. Looks over the defense. There's the snap. Sets, throws. It's caught. Complete to Moore. He's at the 10, the 5, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Jaden Moore, biggest play of the game for Loyola. Looks like a Calvert Hall player shaken up. A 36-yard gain, and the Dons are just a yard away from the end zone.
Oh, yeah, Scott, we're going to take another look at this play and talk about precision. How about the touch and the pass from Hines in between the defenders? Moore spins out, and the race is onto the end zone. Gets tackled at the 1. Again, great pass from Hines. That simple little turn-in, and Jaden Moore turns it in to a 30-plus yard gain. Big-time play right there.
So here are the Dons. They're in the Mercy High School red zone. A chance to tie the game down 7 points. Hines takes the snap, the sneak straight ahead. Is he in? No signal yet. Looking, is he in there? I think he is. There it is. Touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah, there it is, Scott. You got it. Touchdown indeed.
Marcus Hines, second quarterback sneak for the score.
And how about another assist from number 7, Nate Jackson? We're going to take a look at the play here at the end zone. Watch the snap, but watch number 7, Jackson, as we get ready for the point after here. We'll see how that goes first.
Yeah, we got a big point after here, and it looks like we got a little confusion. Loyola player on the field, off the field. Looks like Loyola is short a player. Might have to burn a timeout, but now it looks like they're ready to go.
Or they may just take the 5 yards if you have to, but it looks like they're going to be able to kick it here.
Connor Becks, he hit an upright early on the first touchdown. They need this one to tie it at 35. Snap, the kick is up. It's good. It is good. And the game is tied at 35. 2:54 left to play.
And let's take another look at this play. A simple quarterback sneak, but watch number 7 lines up the left side of the formation. He's going to follow Hines and literally push him into the end zone along with the cavalry. The entire offensive line. Man, what a drive. 2 4th down conversions. Clutch pass and catch from Marcus Hines to Jaden Moore. And this quarterback sneak and the point after ties the game at 35.
See big number 78 for Loyola right there. Brady Brummer, he goes down, 290 pounds worth.
Let's check in with down on the sidelines, Sean Stepner. Hey, Sean.
Hey, you just watched Connor Becks nail that crucial extra point to tie the game. Talking with Anthony Zayu this week, he told me Connor Becks didn't even play football before this year, and this year he's allowed Connor to attempt more field goals this season than any of his previous kickers combined in all of Zayu's years coaching Loyola, guys.
Good coaching, Scotty.
Yeah, he has been solid. Leads the team, came into this game with 72 points, 14 field goals, and he was 30 for 30 in point afters and hit the upright earlier in this game. Kick sails all the way in and out of the end zone, so a touchback.
And don't you think Anthony Zayu is breathing a sigh of relief with that, with Rakeem Smith and Donnie Lewis back there to return the kick, right?
Jamie Costello, we got a classic today, 101.
Look at the score, 35-35. The next touchdown scored without the extra point will be 6. Counted up, 41.
Ah, there we go, J-Mo.
Tom Maddie. He's enjoying this
there
one.
He is. Him and Johnny U are sitting there watching this game right now, right?
Here come Noah Brannick and the Cardinals. A gain of about 3. Michael Brower tackled by Anto Saka.
Yeah, guess who, Scotty? Anto Saka's had a spectacular day defensively. As Calvert Hall now, you know, if you're Loyola, you want them to run a dive for, up the middle for 3 yards right here.
Four wide receiver set. 2nd down and 6. Brannick hands it off to Brower. Down he goes at about the 27-yard line. Szymanski on the stop. Let's take a look at our Thompson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive. This is the one that tied it up. It was a dandy with 4th down conversions, 11 plays, 72 yards, 5 minutes, 21 seconds with the 1-yard run by the quarterback Hines.
Big 3rd down here, Scott.
3rd and short, about 2 for a 1st down. Need to get to the 30-yard line.
Don't be surprised here if Noah Browning pulls this ball back and throws it here. He's got some weapons outside, three to the wide side.
Gives it to Brower, and he's hit immediately and dropped for a loss. Aiden Parson, the senior, into the backfield for a huge play for the Dons.
Yeah, that's going to force a punt, I would assume, but Parsons played a backseat role to Anto Saka pretty much all year, but not today. He has had a spectacular game as well. And big number 6 right there, all 5'11". He's the backup quarterback as well. And he makes one of the big defensive plays of the game to set up a 4th down with the clock running. Actually, the clock stopped at 1:33 left, and Loyola about to get the football back. Wow.
What a battle this has been.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, the last punt was the first punt for Calvert Hall, and it was blocked, which resulted in a Nate Jackson touchdown for Loyola. So we've got a lot of storylines playing out here at Johnny Unitas Stadium. The 101st Turkey Bowl has been one of the great games in series history, and that's going back to 1920. And it has included a lot of players. And Scott, we've talked about, Sean Tucker right now at Syracuse, and we saw Terrence Garvin, who spent about 6-7 years in the NFL. Adrian Amos is also one of those guys. He's playing for the Green Bay Packers.
Here's another guy, Calvert Hall, who's now throwing for the Ravens. Kenji Bahar.
Yeah. And interesting, Scott, Kenji Bahar added to the practice squad. Lawrence Cager from Calvert Hall is a part of the Cleveland Browns practice squad. They'll play Sunday at M&T Bank Stadium.
They get this punt off. Hits upfield, takes a sideways bounce, out of bounds near the 47-yard line. 25 yards on the punt. 1:25 left in regulation. We're tied at 35, and now Loyola will have a chance to take the lead. Their side of the stands going crazy.
Hey, if you're Loyola and you're Anthony Zayu, this is exactly what you want. We'd rather be up 30 with 1:20 left, but 1:25 left, game tied. You've got a really good kicker. You've got explosive playmakers in Jaden Moore and Marcus Hines and Micah Robinson. You got a real good tight end in A.J. Szymanski that can catch the ball. Man, roll the dice and let her rip. If you're Calvert Hall, you got to be stout on defense.
Hines in the gun. Robinson's the running back. Flips it out to Robinson, trying to get it upfield, and he does, across midfield down to the 47-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Matt Conroy, but a good pickup on first down.
Yeah, so that stops the clock, and Conroy, great pursuit, but you saw the speed there of Robinson that just kind of got the edge where you needed to and turned a possible no gain into a gain of 6 and shortens up the down and distance here for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 4. 1:17 left to play. In the flat, the pass complete. Robinson at the 45, out of bounds at the 43, right near the first down marker. Tim Downs chased him out. Now, another thing to consider here, Connor Beck's talking to Coach Zayu, says his range, he will attempt from about 40 yards in.
3rd down.
Could come down to a field goal.
It certainly could. You got 1 minute and 9 seconds. Clock stopped because Robinson gets out of bounds again. So certainly 4 down territory here. If they don't make it here, they're definitely going to go for it. But 3rd and 1. Look for Robinson behind that left side of the offensive line here. It's been successful the last couple of drives.
Got to get to the 42. Hines looking to throws upfield, got his tight end, complete first down to the 28-yard line. A.J. Szymanski, been a big part of the passing game in the second half. 16 yards on that gain.
No question. The first couple of catches, he went left to right. This time he goes right to left, and bam, perfect touch from Marcus Hines. Great play fake, throws the linebacker. First down, Loyola.
Clock running, 50 seconds left. Hines throwing deep downfield, nearly picked off. Dylan Aguilera with perfect coverage, nearly intercepted, and the clock stops with 45 seconds left.
Yeah, threw in the double coverage right there. He's lucky that ball was not intercepted. Didn't have a lot of pace on that ball, Scott. Sets up a second down here.
Keith, if he thinks he can hit it from 40, That would mean they need to get to about the 22-yard line to attempt a 40-yard field goal.
Yeah, so he needs about 6 to 8 more yards for his comfort zone. You still have some time, 45 seconds left. You can still run the football here if you want to.
Not much wind here today. Winds were just 2 miles an hour at kickoff. 2nd and 10. Hines throws over the middle. It's complete. Stacked up immediately is Noah Bull. He gets down to about the 24-yard line.
Oh, he's just a tough kid. Great hands. Also, good lacrosse player at Loyola.
Clock running. 28 seconds left to play. It's 3rd down at about 5. Caught. Complete. 1st down. Noah Bull pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and now they are definitely in field goal range.
And he got out of bounds to stop the clock, so a perfect scenario right now for Anthony Zayu. He's got a kicker that can certainly make one from this distance. And again, great poise by Marcus Hines. Delivers a perfect strike to Bull, who bulls his way. Good stiff arm to the face mask of Nigel Henderson, and then he gets outside.
So they do have timeouts left. I'm not sure on the timeout situation here, but we do have 15 seconds left in the game. We know that. Hines throwing in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Noah Bull. 9 seconds left. Loyola has taken the lead, and the far side of this stadium is going crazy. 15 yards on the touchdown. Marcus Hines to Noah Bull.
And we've been talking about Noah since this game started. And again, perfect touch from Marcus Hines. The Loyola coaches are celebrating. The Calvert Hall coaches are screaming push off, but I didn't see it. I think that's just a great pass and catch from number 11, Noah Bull, who has bulled his way through some sensational plays today here at Johnny Unitas Stadium.
Great kid. We got a chance to meet him, Keith, when we did our preview show. Wants to be an engineer and maybe headed for the Naval Academy.
Yes, indeed.
Beck's on for the point after. It is blocked. Wow. It is blocked. So there's that 41 number that Jamie Costello was talking about. Josh Thomas blocked the point after. And how about Marcus Hines on that drive, Keith? 6 of 7 for 52 yards, including the go-ahead touchdown pass.
Yeah,
and
so
Loyola
poised
with a chance to break through. They've lost 9 of the last 10 Turkey Bowls to a good A-conference champion Calvert Hall team. Calvert Hall's won 6 straight Turkey Bowls, 9 of the last 10.
Yeah, just so poised. Marcus Hines just executed that drive to perfection. Was never rattled, never lost his composure, and then ends the drive with a perfect lob pass to Noah Bull, allowing his player to make a play, and that's exactly what he did. And you know, Noah was talking to us against Scott that his mom and dad, 2 of their best friends are the Moores. Jaden Moore's mom and dad, Jaden and Jordan Moore's mom and dad spent a lot of time at dinner together. And man, those parents today have to be beaming with pride because those 2 kids have played their hearts out here in the 101st Thanksgiving Day Turkey Bowl at Johnny Unitas Stadium. Some phenomenal plays across the board from everybody. The one that we may remember in years to come is the one we just saw.
You saw the numbers on the Towson Orthopedic Associates scoring drive, biggest drive of the game. But I'll tell you what, the way this game has gone, I'm not counting it out. There's 9 seconds left on the scoreboard.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm kicking the ball out of bounds here. I'm not letting those 2 guys touch the ball. I'm going to take my chance letting them throw the ball down the field for an 80-yard or 70-yard pass.
That Bull with that touchdown catch, 4 catches, 77 yards, and the go-ahead touchdown.
Yep, they're going to let him go.
Here it comes. Fair caught. Interesting. So they'll get it upfield, but didn't want to use any of those 9 seconds, I guess,
Yeah,
Keith.
that's a great point. You know, it's asking
because if you run it back, you're probably going to have 3 or 4 seconds left, and you got 1 play. This way, maybe they can get a couple plays out of it. And you know Noah Brannick has a big arm.
He's got a big arm.
I think what he wants to do here is hit one up near midfield, the 40, and then maybe on the next play have a chance to throw one in the end zone.
If you're Loyola here, I would assume you'll probably just rush 3 to 4, maybe just 3 players. How about the Ravens last week rushing no one in the last couple of seconds against Andy Dalton? Not so sure we're going to see that, but we will see a legion of defensive backs in what you call, prevent defense. I mean, we've got 2 standing at the 45-yard line right now.
9 seconds left. Calvert Hall trails by 6. Brannick tossed to the sideline, complete out of bounds at the 30 is Raheem Smith. And now just 3 seconds left on the clock.
I think a second extra second ticked off there. I don't think it's going to matter right here because you got to score a touchdown on this play.
So it's come down to this.
And if you have any kind of old barnyard, crazy kind of playground football, laterals and reverses, this might be the time to do it.
Calvert Hall's going to talk it over. They're going to see what they can pull out of their playbook here with 3 seconds and having to cover 70 yards. But a historic game. No matter who won this one, this was one of the all-time classics. Back and forth, big plays, block kicks for touchdowns, run backs. We saw it all.
And we saw some spectacular playmaking today. And again, we've talked about Sean Tucker, and we talked about Terrence Garden and Adrian Amos, who's still playing with the Green Bay Packers, I believe, in the NFL, went to Calvert Hall. Trevor Williams, a Calvert Hall alum.
Mike Newton,
spectacular. Yeah. Also was a tremendous baseball player at Calvert Hall as well. Played on their team that was 31-1 for Lou Eckrell.
You're good for the Wayback Machine. How about Vince Kenny?
Oh,
Wayne Mulligan from the 65 Calvert Hall team, who had a great career in the NFL, and then going way back, Tom Scott, who's a college football Hall of Famer and had a big run.
There's 2. We'll maybe get to this in a minute, but here's the play. Play of the game right here.
This is it. 3 seconds left. 5 defensive backs way off the line of scrimmage. Here comes pressure. Brannick's in trouble. Now he's got a little room. He better throw it, and he does. Throws it over the middle. It's caught, and that's the ball game. Oliver Red caught it. Time expires. And boy, look at that celebration.
Final score, Loyola 41, Calvert Hall.
Loyola had lost 10 of the last 11 Turkey Bowls. They got beat last week in the B Conference Championship game, and they came in here today and beat a very good Calvert Hall A Conference Championship team.
This was just a classic high school football game. I don't care if you had a horse in the race or not. You have to take a step back and say this was worth the 2.5, 3 hours you spent watching the game. Just for some ridiculous plays from both sides and just well-coached teams, and just an honor to be a part of this one, Scott.
Well, our old friend Chuck Thompson used to say, ain't the beer cold? If you're a Dons fan, Dons player, part of that family, ain't the turkey sweet today?
And he used to also say for us on the Christmas, is the eggnog cool?
Yeah.
And here's a big part of it. The 2 teams now shaking hands, and there'll be some disappointment, obviously, in the Calvert Hall locker room, and some just ecstasy in the Loyola locker room today. What a game.
Calvert Hall got beat by a good football team today. Anthony Zayu said we're a much better team than what we played in the B championship game, and they brought their A game today, and this was a battle that went right down to the final seconds.
No question about it, Scott. From Jump Street, there was just tremendous plays. Raheem Smith, 71-yard catch and run from Noah Brannick, and then you had the blocked field goal, and then you had Micah Robinson making a big play, Jaden Moore making a big play, Noah Bull making a big play, Calvert Hall's Donnie Lewis making a big play. Just tremendous.
All right, we'll return to Johnny Unitas Stadium. Turkey Bowl 101 in the books. It was a dandy. Loyola over Calvert Hall. The final 41-35.
The Brooks Financial Group Turkey Bowl 101. Brought to you by the Brooks Financial Group. Infinite rewards from finite focus.
Well, there were probably 20 nominations, but here's our Modern Mortgage play of the game, and a game that was full of big plays.
Oh, no question, Scotty, and here it is. Marcus Hines to Noah Bull. It wins the 101st Turkey Bowl. Noah Bull had a big game. Watch the touch and the pass from number 5. Puts it right where Bull can get it. Good coverage. Great execution for Loyola.
And our Loyola University Maryland player of the game, The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Raheem Smith had 3 touchdowns. This is the first one, 70-yard catch and run from quarterback Noah Brannick, but Scott, we could have went with a variety of other players. Marcus Hines.
Oh, what a big game.
Had a huge game as well.
256 yards passing for Hines. He passed for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, and ran for a touchdown.
And he executed the winning drive to perfection. And check out the stats, Scott, and total yards right here.
Yeah, our prime lending stats, Keith. It was a game if you liked offense, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the two quarterbacks didn't throw a lot, but they combined for over 500 yards of passing. The two teams combined for over, 800 yards of offense. Just a spectacular game to watch. Certainly a great game to be a part of up here. And if you're a player in this game today, you will remember this game for as long as you live.
Well, I don't know how long I'm living, but I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. I mean, we've seen a lot of them. I saw my first Turkey Bowl in 1980. I haven't seen 101 of them, but I've seen a lot of them, and this got them ranked
I think
right
this
near
is
the
the
top.
best game I've seen.
Yes, and back
same
and
way.
forth, big plays. And you know what? We talked about all the offense, but there was some real good defense played in this game, too. We saw
Shane
Saka and Elliott, and there were a bunch of guys making plays on that side of the ball
Patrick
as well.
O'Keefe for Calvert Hall had a big game. Dylan Aguilera, Matt Conroy. So, yeah, there was a lot of accolades to go around, but only one team today could be the winner, and we're looking at them still on the field right now, and they are the Loyola Dons, Turkey Bowl champs for 2021. Wow.
Anthony Zayu, his first Turkey Bowl win. This is his 5th year at Loyola. But he sold his guys on, hey, how could this be a great rivalry if one team always wins? And now one team's not always winning because they broke through today.
And he also said that maybe the fact that they played just 5-6 days ago was a blessing because you can't get stale waiting 26, 27 days, and you can't second-guess yourself as to what you want to do from a coaching standpoint in terms of game plan, offensively and defensively. You just got to go play the game, and that's what they did.
Glad you could share this one with us. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving. Final score from Johnny Unitas Stadium today. Loyola gets the win in a dandy, a knockdown, drag-out battle. Loyola a 41-35 winner. Special thanks to the schools, both Loyola and Calvert Hall, the coaches, and all those who worked closely with us to make this a great day. And a big thank you to the Brooks Financial Group for their sponsorship of Turkey Bowl 101. This has been a presentation of WMAR 2 Sports with Keith Mills, Jamie Costello, Sean Stepner, and our entire WMAR 2 Sports crew. I'm Scott Garceau. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for joining us.